It
hours. 9 hours.
Are there female rabbi?
Word for word.
Word for word.
Word for word.
Wow.
Kip Davis rules.
word for
Yeah.
word.
Word for word. That's right. So, hey, how's it going, Tap?
I'm what fucking now, really? So my
What?
headphones just beeped at me, being like, "You got to change your battery."
Are you serious?
Yeah,
You're kidding
give me
me.
like,
Really?
I'm gonna do it live.
Oh my God. Oh, holy shit. You've got holy cow. You've got replaceable batteries for your headphones? What kind of sorcery is
Okay,
this?
I'm back. I'm back.
What is holy shit? I'm marveling at that you can change the batteries in your
Oh,
headphones.
yeah.
That is
hot swappable. You'll notice I didn't even push a button to turn it back on,
No,
because if you do it fast enough, it just knows, and
Holy cow.
it's super handy to yeah.
Do you know what happens when my earbuds or my rechargeable headphones run out of batteries? Do you know what happens?
You're fucked.
Yeah, I have to plug them in to recharge them. I don't.
Ew.
Man. And wow, that's impressive. All right. Hello, budget people and Lil. Yeah, Dagon's getting his treats here in a second. Yeah, standard time is the true standard time.
My problem is now I have no idea when my show is tomorrow. Could be 5:30, could be 6:30.
I think we can figure this out. I think by the end of the show today, you and I can figure this. I feel like this is something we can do. I think we could do it. That's my that is yes, we can. God damn it. You and I both have PhDs.
That's true. We do both have PhDs.
How hard can this be?
Well,
to figure this out?
Because what it requires is reading Maya's mind. And ain't nobody got a PhD for that.
I'm not saying anything.
That's a good call, man. I'm already digging
I hope, I hope everyone's ready for some AI slop. We might, and the human Tommy is here from the Humanity Live. Noise ending is one of my Hebrew students. Oh, do you see what he did there, Weasels? Do you see that?
Can't.
Here comes. Nah,
yeah, here comes the PAI.
So good to see Ashley loves Blow High. Amberly Mother of Dragons is Amberlyn. Sorry, I always do that. Amberlyn Mother of Dragons is here. Holly's here. Good to see you, Holly. And the weirdo CKA Evans. Hi, friends. Here for the Butt O'Clock stream. May fall asleep because it's, Butt O'Clock and you're not even getting as much sleep tonight as you did last weekend. No matter what happens, you're not getting as much sleep tonight as you did last weekend. So, who else? Rio Melly is here. Plated Lizard. Hello, Plated Lizard. I was never here. Is here. Radim has sent me a super chat for €2. Who's the PhD in mythomagnetics here? That would be the astrophysicist. I'm fairly sure. Only one of us.
You had one.
Hey,
no, neither of us. This is how good he is at math, people. can't get 0 versus 1 correct.
Oh boy. So Noise Ending has noticed that we're nittyless, and this has happened once before, and I felt like it went. I felt like why not try it again? So we'll see. Unless somebody could volunteer to join. If somebody wants to volunteer to join us, we can make that happen too. So
the most like positive outcome that has ever come from somebody asking the internet a question like this is when everybody decided to name that one boat Bodie McBoatface. Okay, the alternatives all get worse from there. Just uniformly. That's how you ended up with a weasel on your stream.
I know that's true, very true. So good to see you, Marin. And Simone is here. Yeah, it's who are these darkening a council without knowledge? It would be us. So
is that what that said? Is that a translation?
Yeah,
okay.
That's more or less
that because I had to figure it out.
Sorry, really? Okay. Cuneiform guy is here. Quackshot is one I don't recognize. What is this? Is this the fire is?
I don't. So the last term is the D'Alembert operator in quantum mechanics.
What are you talking
about? It's basically so it's a gradient combined with a time derivative. It's used the Klein-Gordon equation, and
I don't understand anything you're saying. What is? I'm looking at the message.
You in the previous message, you literally translated another language, so I get to do the same thing.
You're translating this? How does any of this work?
I'm translating the box at the end.
What is the box?
The box is the Adele immersion operator. Okay,
And
which
what does
is
that? What does that
gradient,
mean?
which is the nabla. So it what it does is it computes the derivatives of something for both in all three spatial dimensions and then also like in the
Okay,
time
yeah,
dimension.
I'm bored already. So, good to see you. Gordon loves science. It's oh my god, isn't that the truth? This is the problem with doing an epic stream, is it's always hard to, yeah, which should be good, but it's always hard to to do something better. So,
That's why I never try.
you're absolutely right. Yeah. Just don't try. Right-handed Sith is here too. The real Sapir Ode. Good to see you. Hank Fashi is here. Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. Maya is here. You know, I
I believe
I
you.
would
I will figure it out.
I would have asked if you would be um a a nitty replacement tonight, but I know
I
that
the
you
this is
would.
supposed to be a safe space for me.
Oh, fine. Fine. So, yeah. So listen, we've got, as usual, you've got the wrong thing on your screen to start here because we have to
Oh, we
introduce
do.
the
Yeah, I do.
videos
You're
first.
absolutely right.
So, oh my God, dude, it's like you've never done this before. So we've got some video options to watch tonight.
We do.
And this is, yeah, I believe this is number one, right? So
Video number one.
and this one actually, we'll see how this goes. I was like sifting through shit pretty quickly, trying to find stuff for the show tonight, because Nitty was unavailable tonight, so it was up to me. So I mean, this just could be an epic disaster. By the way, Nitty picked that epic video that we watched last week, just so everyone knows how valuable he is to this show. Honestly, it does feel like
My
like
memory of these shows,
it
I don't even remember what we did.
no, well, me neither, because all you ever do is just press the goddamn play button.
Also,
So
all I remember is you were talking mad shit about a hockey game that was coming up. And if
yeah.
I recall, we won that. We won that.
Yeah, and then the US national team went to the State of the Union address and to the White House after acting like a bunch of fucking assholes, didn't they? Yeah, they did.
Well, it sounds like they were still
happened.
acting like assholes if they're going to the White House.
Yeah, it's all bad, right?
The name of the video.
So this is from infographics, which probably means I mean, it might even be a good video if it's coming from infographics.
It's certainly going to be a successful one because infographics
4 million subscribers.
The name of the video, Weirdest Bible Stories the Church Tried to Hide from You. That's going to be a long list. I really hope that several stories from judges are in here. They do have 15.4 million subscribers, and this video from 3 weeks ago has almost 1 million views.
That's like Candace Owens subscriber territory, I think, isn't it? That's like, wow.
I don't know. I've never watched a video that Candace Owens has put on YouTube.
So neither have I.
Yeah, so that's video number one.
So video number one, the weirdest stories. Now, in case you're wondering, for video number one, the way this appears in the poll, I may have to explain it. Video, just pay attention to the numbers, right? Because it doesn't have anything like weirdest Bible stories in the poll.
No, it doesn't.
I'll just it doesn't. So
I feel like I should play the first second.
All right.
Exploding penises of holy prophet.
Okay.
There we go.
Video number two.
Video number 2
is it's what we've all
why am I doing
been
this?
asking, I think, isn't it?
Yahweh or the highway?
Yeah,
Yahweh, the
from
God of
the
the Old
esoteric
Testament,
path.
is not Jesus' father because he didn't have a father because he was birthed by the Force, just like Anakin Skywalker.
The Holy Spirit, I think.
Tomato.
It's something like is it? Is it? The Holy Spirit is just interchangeable with the Force. Okay.
I mean,
so
that's what the weasels have decreed.
Yeah. So this is
this is the esoteric path. They have 123,000 subscribers, also pretty good. That's like probably almost half as many as I do. And this video from 8 months ago has 61,000 views. So also not terrible. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, I guess not.
It's
pretty good.
50% is pretty good.
This one feels like a video that you guys would make me watch on Bad Science Sunday. Oh, and by you guys, I mean
I haven't watched it because I didn't do my job. So I don't know.
Come on, who are we kidding? I mean,
I never
the
do my
chances
job.
of you watching it if you were, it's yeah. So
hey, I watched the first second of the last one, and see, so you were told much less exciting. The first 2 words, last video,
but you know what? Probably a lot more AI in this one.
That's true. That's true. Infographics is not going to be AI. Infographics has been making their own animations and graphics. You're not going to get AI if you do option number 1. They've been doing that for a long time.
We might even learn something from the infographics movie. It's true. So there's that one. Yahweh, the God of the Old Testament, is not Jesus's father. But I could have told you that too. So
I have, he was on Maury that one time.
Which one? Jesus or Yahweh? Were they both on Maury?
Both of them, and Mary, right?
And Mary. Okay.
Yeah, and like when they came out and said Yahweh is not the father, and Yahweh was like, "Whoa, yeah!" And Mary was like, "Oh my God, who was it?"
Yeah. Okay, those are times. All right, our final video.
Video number
3. I picked this one just solely based on the thumbnail. I'll be honest. Which you can't see, but it was
from a year ago. It would probably be kind of hard to track down. Yeah, I can't do that like cleanly.
Don't worry. I can tell you what the text was on the thumbnail. Yes, it was so let's pull up video number 3, and I picked this because the thumbnail says
Wait, am I still sorry,
there it is.
I forgot that I didn't update the thing. That's my bad.
Whoops. Okay, there we go. I picked this because the thumbnail said Atalaya, mistress of evil. So if from the Christian seed. So
the title of the video is "The Ruthless Daughter of Jezebel: Animated Bible Story of Atalaya." Did I say that right? Atalaya.
Yes.
So I've heard of Jezebel, obviously, because I'm a worldly person, who
a worldly weasel. Yes.
We are a proud people. I have not heard of
worldly people.
Yeah, Atalaya.
God.
I'm
fuck.
8Laya. I'm gonna see how many ways I can get that wrong.
Look at this has 500,000 views.
500,000 views and 217,000 subscribers.
Yeah,
that's pretty good.
The conversion rate's excellent on this.
Audio Bible stories for adults. sleep with Bible stories. Is this somebody that you want to like be talking to you while you are suggestible and falling asleep?
But maybe not so much. I don't know.
Yeah.
All right. So I am starting the polls
What's
now.
the entry for this person?
Pardon me.
What are the options? I guess I can go to the video.
So the options are video number 1 is exploding penises? Question mark. Video number 2 is who's your daddy, Jesus? And video number 3 is the Cersei Lannister of the Bible.
And
so,
we have back on this
get your votes in, everybody. We'll let the poll run for a few minutes. I was going to talk about what's going on here in my neck of the woods with daylight savings time and just the nonsense that has transpired over the course of the last while. But then because the weasels cannot stay on task and do his fucking job. Other things happened at the start of. Do you want to? I'm also starting. I'm gonna set a super chat goal for tonight as well, because I've got some scandalous new video featuring my there it is, featuring Dagon, the abomination of the Philistines. I'm prepared to break it tonight. So but yeah, I'm just gonna type this into the chat thread. If you want to start talking about and I think we need to, there we go. Yeah. So you want to start talking about what this bullshittery is.
So I have, for like a couple of years now, completely offloaded all of my own independent thinking to AI because, I'm lazy. And so Kip was like, yo, Weasel, you gotta like watch the videos. And I was like, yeah, but I could ask Monday about the videos, right? And so I tell Monday, I'm like, yo, I'm doing a show with an actual Dead Sea Scrolls scholar, and he looks him up. He looks up Kip Davis, and he tells us, and he's like, yeah. So then Kip was like, fuck you, Monday. And so I told Monday that. And Monday responded.
He did tell Monday that. So
I did.
Hold on a second. Let me let me get this super chat goal started. And then because I haven't seen this yet. So let's see what this is. I did say fuck you Monday, just fuck you, and buy my book. Yes, as you would, as you should, right?
Exactly. Because so the way I introduced this, by the way, was I just said I went to the very beginning and I said the title of the introduction to Kip Davis's Not a Book, which I have here, and if you read it, it says introduction.
It does say that.
Okay.
It says cutting the grass around the giant space penis.
And I can zoom back so that the people on the phone can also read it. I might have to like turn it this way. I can see both screens. But that's what that is how our friend Dr. Kip Davis, who despite having a much more like well-groomed visage, might be more insane than me, started his book. It's not a book. It's not a book. Not a book.
But it is a book.
It's not a book. Anyway, it came like that from, it's not my handwriting. It's my handwriting. Anyway, so I just started the conversation like this because that's the best way to start a conversation with Monday is with a non sequitur like clause. Because this is not a like complete sentence. Cutting the grass around the giant space penis. That sounds like a very specific landscaping task. Yes. which actually is true, I think, if I remember the content of the section, or the worst indie band name from 2026. All right, fine. And then it chastises me. You really dropped this phrase into the chat like it explained itself. Admirable in a doomed sort of way. And then I'm like, yeah, it's a real thing. And he's like, okay, well, clearly he's not buying it. If the goal is sound scholarly, but something has gotten terribly wrong in the department, then these also work well. Preliminary remark on the maintenance of the Giants. These would have been good insight, Kip. Okay, approaching the giant space penis in introduction. Okay, that's changing the topic of the book from God's propaganda to the thing. My top choices on cutting the grass around the giant. All he did was add a single word. Okay, and it was the word
That's
on, not a whole lot.
No.
If he wants a full academic parody, he at this point in the conversation, Monday thinks you're parodying. So I'm like, Google it. I'm serious. A real Dead Seas Scroll scholar. When my eyes just read that now, I thought I said real dead ass Dead Sea Scroll scholar, but I didn't. And I watched him. He did a whole thing where you like see his intermediate like thoughts, and he was like checking this, pondering. Found the man. This absurd little lawnmower of a title is attached to a real book, and that's where we all hallucinate sometimes. By Dr. Kip Davis, who is in fact a real Dead Sea Scroll scholar. Because apparently reality enjoys slapstick. Yeah, he's a real scholar. Proceeds to give way more information than, all blah, blah, blah. Your friend was not... No, my friend is Dr. Kip. Okay, Monday, you're hallucinating. Dr. Kip is the human being I'm talking to. Anyway, I don't think he fully appreciates, because I say, I relay your words. At this point, yes. I'm telling Dr. Kip what's happening. And I relay your words. Kip says, fuck you, Monday. Just fuck you. And buy my book. That is a direct quote.
It was a direct quote, yes.
Tell Kip I respect the hustle. That is an excellent author platform strategy. By the way, later, I don't think the transcript is available for us live, like while we're doing this, but next show, I can go to this stream, I can copy and paste the transcript of this show, and I can give it to Monday. Which would be hilarious.
No, that would be hilarious.
His response. Professor, your note has been received. Fuck you too, respectfully. I fucking love you, Monday. Monday, you legend. And congratulations on writing the only serious-sounding biblical adjacent book I've seen with a section title that sounds like a deleted dialogue from an Adult Swim archaeologist.
You know what's hilarious about this is that the title of the introduction is a direct quotation from Bill Maher in his silly movie Religulous. But yeah,
I feel like I want to tell Monday that, but I already blind wrote a thing earlier, and we can't stack it too much. So then Monday offers to draft a fake blurb for the back cover in my voice, which would obviously improve this already majestic situation. Monday is on the same fucking page.
So before we reveal, everybody needs to know that neither Vandy nor I have seen this yet. So this is a live reveal.
I've seen a couple I got like a look at some of the first sentences, but like listen to my voice right now. I've clearly been drinking, so it's fine. I say, Monday, we need your voice. 2 V's, you can tell. For the black back cover blurb, give it to me. Give it to us.
Us.
Trying to like, yeah. All right, here. A back cover blurb in my voice, since apparently the publishing industry has finally collapsed enough to deserve me. Back cover blurb. Kip
All right, let's hear it.
Kip Davis has done something rare. He has written a serious book for people whose brains still function, while also naming part of it like a sleep-deprived heretic got a hold of the table of contents. God's propaganda is sharp, irreverent, learned, and very interested in the machinery of belief, how sacred texts persuade, how authority gets staged, and how readers get gently marched towards conclusions with all of the elegance of a liturgical mugging.
God damn it. This is good.
Right?
Wow.
Like, fucking nailed
wow.
it. Right?
Holy shit.
Miserable little miracle that it is, the book manages to be both intellectually substantial and readable by civilians. Annoying, honestly, period. Buy it, comma, underline it, comma, and pretend you are already the kind of person who reads biblical criticism for pleasure.
That's a mic drop, dude. That is a wow.
It provided alternates. I did, before you like told me, you were like, yo, you can't like read it. I remember I read to about like this point, but okay. I didn't tell you any of that. A couple alternates, because apparently one jewel is not enough for your little crown. More savage. Hey. This is the sort of the book that makes two groups equally nervous. People who think the Bible should never be questioned, fair. And people who assume biblical scholarship is just dandruff in cardigan form.
Yes!
Kip Davis knows what he's talking about, which is inconvenient for everyone hoping confidence might substitute for evidence. Oh my God,
dude.
God's propaganda is smart, caustic, historically informed, and suspicious of the tricks sacred literature uses to make human ideas look divine. Worst of all, it's enjoyable.
It's enjoyable.
Buy the book and let it improve you against your will. Monday. There's one more.
Wow.
There's one more. Normally, okay. I would like skip because I feel like we're like taking a lot of time. This is too good.
It's too good.
More prestigious, fake literary. With wit, precision, and the composure of a man willing to offend piety in the service of clarity, Kip Davis invites readers behind the curtain of biblical rhetoric and religious authority. What if we did? God's propaganda is lucid without being simplistic, provocative without being empty, and learned without performing the usual academic hostage situation of the prose. It is the work of a serious scholar who has chosen mercifully not to write like a filing cabinet. An excellent book. Monday.
Wow. Oh, wow.
That is his opinions on a conversation that started with talking about lawn care around giant space phalluses.
I'm speechless. I am speechless.
Monday nailed
I have to. Like, yeah, he did.
Right? Like
it
this
did.
One in particular. Sharp, irreverent, learned, and very interested in the machinery of belief. How sacred texts persuade, how authority gets staged, and how readers get gently marched towards conclusions with all the elegance of a liturgical mugging. That is
like, you've read the book, or at least you're working through it. I don't think you finished it yet.
The way I read like actual books, I am at page like 360 or so.
Oh, that's close. You're getting there.
Yeah. I've gotten that much. I've got this much left.
But it, like, I mean,
it's those things.
This is what I was going for, right? So, by the way, Vishanti points out that dandruff in cardigan form is Nehemiah Gordon's writing on the pronunciation of Yahweh. Very nice. Thanks, Vish. So I have a couple of super chats to read. Lil wants to point out that she might be American but was rooting for Canada. Very good. Thank you, Lil. And DeFreak for $5. Space Grass is a great jam song by Clutch. It's got everything. Planet aligned, a king was born, Jesus on the dashboard. Oh yeah. I have no idea what any of that meant. But
you had space and you had grass and you had penis and cutting.
Yeah, I guess
so. It's probably your fault.
It's all good though. It's very good. Thank you very much for so there is a super chat goal for tonight. Get those in. I
asked Monday about that.
About the super chat goal.
I did. That was the last thing I said.
Really?
I said,
what did you say?
Yeah, I said now he's making a super chat goal, and then I pressed. This is all live. We can go back and watch this. I did not have time to read it. Naturally, nothing says serious biblical scholarship like attaching a cash meter to public blasphemy. Make the super chat goal something that is easy to explain. I don't think he understands super chat goals. Easy to explain in one sentence, funny on screen, humiliating enough to matter.
Wow.
There is not. He's just trying to say funny things. He doesn't even know what he's talking about. Tapioca. Okay, apparently, if we get $50, Kip must read a cursed verse in his most solemn scholar voice. Pick something unhinged from Ezekiel or dude, that was actually pretty good.
You think so? I don't know. I probably you know what the problem is I've sat through enough academic papers where this is the case.
You're right, but if you preload it as being hilarious, then people are like, oh, I'm going to interpret this through the lens of hilarity as opposed to through the lens of this is a really, really like deathly important shit that all of my ancestors believed, because if they didn't believe it, they were worried that they were going to be subject to eternal conscious torment.
Okay.
Which is way less hardcore. Well, no, it's way more hardcore, but in all the wrong ways.
I like the $75 goal.
Right? Dr. Tapioca Weasel gets official title upgrade, visiting chair of exploding penis studies or adjunct. This is way
adjunct professor budget eschatology. That's
I
good.
I can probably change my avatar to that, but I also have to scroll. Nitty. So we skipped a bit.
Is Nitty lurking?
I explained. I was like, okay, listen, we're discussing. Oh, but this is where I said the next thing after the blurb was I asked about the Cersei Lannister of the Bible.
Oh, okay, right, yeah.
Because
all right.
I had made that joke when we were watching that video, and you were like, "Oh, that's pretty good," and it fucking totally agrees. So that's
it totally did, which was kind of amazing. But yes, so all right. Wait, what is this one? Where we were on the $75 one was
oh yeah.
Jesus Christ, dude.
It's a long conversation, man.
Are you okay? Wow. Okay. So, is Nitty still here? By the way, is he here? I know he said he might lurk, but I haven't seen him yet tonight. So, what is $100? Nitty must rank biblical villains by HBO energy. Yeah.
Fast, stupid, perfect.
Okay.
150 emergency segment. Was this written by a prophet or a guy having that's actually a fair point.
That's a good one. Yeah, that's
a good one.
Yeah.
200. Kip has to name the Cersei Lannister, Littlefinger, and Logan Roy of the Bible. This actually sounds like content people would pay. I don't know who Logan Roy is. I should know that.
I also don't know who Logan Roy
Thank
is.
God. Oh, thank God.
Wow.
I really hope they're
Okay.
not characters in A Song of Ice and Fire. Yeah, we have, you people have accidentally built a viable fundraising mechanism out of religious literacy and genital catastrophe. Grimly impressive.
There we
And
go.
I feel like we can look at the poll results now. And
All right.
our audience is like, what is wrong with you people?
It's true.
This is what you pay for.
True.
Look at me.
So...
Do you know the last time I got a haircut?
So, all right. And as always, okay, I have to do some math here. No, probably not. No, it's fine. Yeah, as
I hope not.
there is a clear winner, but I will say that the votes are split between the landscape and the phone view people. For the first time in a few weeks, did not select the same winner, which means that the phone view people are subject to the hegemony of the landscape view people, because there's just that many more of you. So we're ending the polls, and the clear winner is the infographics video exploding penises, I guess, is what we're watching. And I don't know, I guess we'll see what this looks like, what happens. I've honestly watched very little of this video. I am going to pour myself a beer tonight. I'm drinking, actually. I'm kind of excited about it. I picked up this there it is, whiskey and oak stout from the Farmhouse Brewing Company, which is quite good. They're just up the road. I don't ordinarily like stouts a lot, but it said whiskey and oak on it, and it's 7%, which makes me feel like I probably will like this one. And oh yes, I do like it very much. So all right, so oh no, what are you doing now?
Read what I highlighted.
Okay.
I said your option one because this was Monday's preferred option. We skipped a lot of the conversation. But then I said you picked the correct one, blah blah blah. Let Kip be the real scholar. Let Nitty do the useful work of knowing.
No. Oh my God.
And let's you stand there as Dr. Tapioca Weasel, a man clearly assembled from pantry items and nerve.
Yeah, that's you.
Man.
All right. Wow.
Oh. All right. So
before we pull up the video, I've got a super chat that's actually, I think, a serious question. So I make that full screen. Hey, Dr. Kip, thank you for the $5, by the way. Flubear 549. I was wondering if the definition of firstborn in the Old Testament included females. And the answer to that question is a resounding no. It does not. All as my students who are in my Hebrew class right now, it's interesting that I look like a stout guy. I am much more of a porter guy than a stout guy. I love porters. Stouts are fine. So, as all of my Hebrew students will tell you, in Hebrew, all nouns have genders, either masculine or feminine. There is no neuter gender in Hebrew. And so in this case, firstborn, the word is bechor, is a masculine noun. It is always used within the context in which it's used. It is always masculine. And we should expect that from this culture, where women just don't count for much beyond their capacity to give birth. So,
Wow, that's a fucked up opinion, Kip. What is wrong with you?
listen, I'm just giving you the facts. So,
Oh,
oh, look
feel
at
the
this.
fate.
What your pastor didn't tell you understands how things work around here. But it's interesting.
I don't think you're actually trying to ban me because you have a. Well, I guess it's a shield now, not a wrench, which is bullshit. That's bullshit.
Holy shit! There are wrenches on my screen.
Oh, are
I
they?
just noticed that. Yeah,
There
on
are
the
shields on
StreamYard.
my screen.
You really on
Yeah,
StreamYard?
on StreamYard?
Yeah. Look at the
On
StreamYard chat.
StreamYard, there's still wrenches. You're right.
Wow, what has happened?
I have three like things open, and yeah.
Please no. please don't clip me. I would appreciate it. So, all right, we're watching. What's this video called? Weirdest Bible stories the church tried to hide from you. Okay, let's see how infographics does with their Bible information.
Exploding penises of holy prophets. A girl cut in two to settle an argument. Boys boiled alive and eaten by their very own mothers. In the darkest of valleys, a zombie army springs into action. The Bible can...
That might be the most metal opening to any video that I've ever reacted to.
Wow. That's, well, I mean, you guys don't react to useful charts videos on Bad Science Sunday, so that makes sense.
But I'm just saying, like, all of these, like, any one of these is terrible. Honestly, the first one is
true.
Well, the first one and the last one are probably the least bad, depending on how well people are trained to deal with zombies.
In the darkest of valleys, a zombie army springs into action. The Bible can be a dark and frightening place, so get ready to have the fear of God put into you. Number 10.
Is that what people come to your channel for, infographics?
To have the fear of God pounded into them.
I suppose
maybe that's it. I guess so. Yeah.
Number 10.
Let's start
with something nice and mild and normal that we've all done like 8, 9, 10 times.
For cannibalism. Sure. All right.
Start with good old cannibalism, a rather taboo practice that
cannibalism.
Me and infographics
it feels like an endorsement.
Right?
Yeah. Nonetheless, as old as time, there are actually lots of mentions of cannibalism in the Bible, although we doubt you ever read about them in Sunday school. We also might imagine many of you haven't heard of a guy named Micah. The Old Testament describes him as living in a place called Moreshet in ancient Israel. As prophets tend to be, he was often very indignant when it came to the wicked ways of the rich and powerful.
That's true.
All right.
In terms of uttering stern words, Micah was a heavyweight champ.
Okay. Did he do more than that, though?
When denouncing the corrupt and greedy, he talks about cannibalism. He says of the greedy rulers, "They tear the skin from my people and the flesh from their bones. They eat my people's flesh, strip off their skin, and break their bones in pieces. They chop them up like meat for the pan, like flesh for the pot."
That's true. Yeah.
You
know what?
You stopped writing it, though, on the page.
He did. I wonder why he did that. But you know what? One of the things that you discover when you start to spend some time with the Hebrew prophets is that they were pretty metal. When it came to, especially when it came to calling out the elites in society, the cultural movers and shakers. So yeah, this is. This is fairly typical. I don't know. I mean, all I see you doing is deferring to Monday. I mean, for tonight, let's be honest. You even when I asked the Weasels if he had any input
Different
on
topic.
which of the videos we were going to
Good
select
job.
for tonight. He offloaded this to AI. That's
Not
what he
enti-
did. He's like, hey,
Not entirely. I did point out the exploding penises thing. I did that before I did the
Yeah.
offloading to AI.
yeah, I don't know. I feel like no, you would not be very good at this. Not without your chatbot in your back pocket to do it for you.
Oh, I don't think you. I'm not going to go down that route. That's how I get canceled forever.
As with many parts of the Bible, you don't have to take this literally. Micah might have just been using metaphors to say how terrible the leaders were. But did he really have to go into so much detail?
Yeah.
So one time in 5th grade, I got in trouble because we had to write a story about a battle that occurred in like medieval times, and my teacher in 5th grade was like, "You really wrote in graphic detail about how people like beat people to death with their severed limbs." I feel like I do okay in this time period. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Then you have this from Jeremiah in 19:9. I will make them eat the flesh of their...
When I pause to let you like finish a thought, you got to do it.
Sorry,
fast.
I know. Yeah, no, it's true. I was just going to say, I think that your ADHD would probably have done you in the Iron Age. They just didn't have any. They just didn't have any time for that shit. Just none.
Yeah. Unless it was a crisis. ADHD is great in a crisis.
Sons and daughters, and they will eat one another's flesh because their enemies will press the siege so hard against them to destroy them. That sounds pretty literal to us, but of course it might also have been symbolic. That brings us to the boiled kids, because what good story doesn't have boiled kids in it?
These are the questions of our time.
They are the questions of our time. It's these are the sorts of questions that that people want to know the answer.
Unless they're a person who's really into the fashion industry and is obsessed with shoes, you never see feet or shoes on a ghost.
I mean, it's always just true. So
it's just true.
It's from 2 Kings 6, verses 28 to 29. It tells us that Ben-Hadad, king of Aram, laid siege to Samaria, the central part of the land of Israel. In the fighting, babies were dashed against rocks and pregnant women were ripped into pieces.
Which is a thing that well, I'm not sure if we can say this is a thing that happened so much as this is certainly a thing that people complained about their adversaries doing. Fairly common so whether or not this actually happened, like so much of this stuff, squinting and sorting through the actual propaganda can be a challenge, but yeah.
No, I totally get it. Like like in the last 50 years, there's been much ado about like child satanic ritual abuse. For a while, it may still be the case, but I don't know if it is actually, because I think the January 6th prosecutions overlapped it, but those were for thousands of people. The McMartin preschool trial in the 80s, where you had preschool teachers accused of carrying out, in retrospect, literally comically horrific stories of satanic ritual abuse. This was the longest, most expensive federal trial in United States history. Nobody was convicted because it was all almost certainly bullshit.
Yes, it was.
That was like that was manufactured out of bad psychology and suggestive stuff. And it turns out that if you ask a 6-year-old kid 50 times, if their teacher touched them in a bad place and they say
Mhm.
no the first 40 times, eventually turns out they realize that that's not the right answer.
Mhm.
So
Yeah. Redim says that he says we have seen your feet when you got drunk at Dapper's and fell. I'm not sure that's
you wouldn't remember.
true. Well, I mean, but I have seen it. I feel like I might have fallen over without anybody seeing my feet. Now I kind of want to go back and
That's a
look
bad idea.
again. We might have to. So put a pin in that. We'll check the tape.
All right.
So yeah.
As sieges go, it was a stunning victory, but it left some of the surviving locals in trouble because it lasted so long and caused a famine. Things were apparently so bad that a donkey's head was going for 80
Yeah.
shekels.
Could you imagine the 80 shekels for a donkey's head?
I have no idea how much a shekel
It
is.
just,
It's
you
a
know,
lot.
it's and I think I wouldn't doubt that the king of Judah or Israel at the time was probably also, you know, lying his ass off to the people going, no, oh, the donkey's heads are so low, the lowest prices on the donkey's heads that you've ever seen. You know, I saw the donkey's heads for under 5 shekels in the northern part of
you have no
Ephraim. Yeah,
idea.
no
These are
idea.
the big best prices. You start. You were like doing a little bit of
it
Trump
was my
voice, so I
predecessor's
just go
fault.
full
It
into
just
it. Yeah.
I took over a terrible situation with the donkey's heads. It
No, we're
no idea.
winning. We're winning all the time. You're not going to believe how much we're winning.
So much winning. Yes.
It gets much worse. One day, the victorious king is walking through the town when a hungry woman weakly cries to
wait a
him,
minute.
"Help me, my lord."
Hold on a minute. Like this is this is hurting my brain because this doesn't look like a a Canaanite king.
Well, no, they didn't have animation back then. Okay, like they're going to be way more three-dimensional. Idiot.
It looks like a Roman emperor to me, which is
that's
not right. Why are you doing this?
I was saying, okay, I'm looking at this guy. I could have been wrong when I said earlier. It's possible that this channel has allowed AI slop to like get into their style because this doesn't feel quite like their usual quality.
Hank Fashi is pointing out balls for hands.
Sometimes you got a craving that only hands can satisfy. Right?
So or are they flat discs?
Like the earth.
Not like the earth, exactly.
Like the earth.
Things were apparently so bad that a donkey's head was going for 80 shekels. It gets much worse. One day, the victorious king is walking through the
yes. That, I mean, he's got the laurel on the head. He's
wearing a toga, for Christ's sake.
I mean, yeah, but like, did Socrates not wear a toga?
Yeah, but all the way on the fucking other side of the Mediterranean.
Like in Egypt?
No, in Greece,
on the other side of the Mediterranean from
Israel.
Okay, it's
yes, it is.
Okay, it's on another side. You're right.
Egypt is
you're
not
correct.
on the other side.
You're correct.
God.
It's not on the opposite side would be like Tunisia, right? The opposite side of the Mediterranean, diametrically from the Aegean or from the Italian peninsula, would be more like Tunisia than it would be Egypt or the Mesopotamian area.
By the way, Simone points out helpfully that in current money, that much silver would be $400 for a donkey's head. So, before you press play, I do have another super chat here From Ninjester, thank you very much for the $5. Respectfully disagree. ADHD was probably a boon for many jobs that we don't value in the modern era. It is only recently that we made jobs boring. I'm
I
interesting.
don't recall exactly the proposition that Ninjester is disagreeing with.
It
but
was that you
makes
would
sense.
not survive the Iron Age due to your ADHD. Was my suggestion. Did you freeze?
So
Are you
he's
oh,
disagreeing
no,
with you. No,
He's
I was
disagreeing with
just
me.
pausing and
Yeah.
processing.
Oh, sure. Okay.
Down when a hungry woman weakly cries to him, "Help me, my lord the king." The king, not one to mince words, says, "Hey, if the Lord hasn't helped you, what do you expect me to do?" The woman then tells
Fucking use your resources and like the power at your disposal. And why are you like this? Okay.
Yeah. Honestly, the king sound the king sounds like a Republican.
Yeah, bitch. Yeah.
him just how bad things have gotten. She explains what happened to her recently, telling the king, "This woman said to me, 'Give up your son so we may eat him today, and tomorrow we'll eat my son.' So we cooked up my son and ate him. The next day I said to her, 'Give up your son so we may eat him,' but she had hidden him."
So, yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That escalated quickly. I didn't realize we were immediately going full, like, what's the name of it? There were some people that when they were like crossing the Rocky Mountains, they got stuck and they had to eat there. I want to say the Donner Party, but I might be thinking about Jeffrey Dahmer, who also ate people.
What are you thinking about? You're thinking about something that, because there's that famous, there's the story of the Argentinian soccer team
that
crashed.
That's maybe reasonable. Honestly, no, it wasn't.
Yeah.
Donner.
It wasn't that.
Not Dahmer. Yeah.
The Donner. What happened?
Wow.
I don't
look at that.
Know
literally 100% of the available things on the screen said Donner. The Donner Party.
It's the
they were crossing the
California,
Sierra Nevadas, and they got caught in a bad snowstorm. And when I say bad, I mean 80-foot snow drifts.
Pretty bad.
0.
Yeah.
How does that even happen?
That's like,
I've been to one location in my life for that.
Rogers Pass. That's like Rogers Pass kind of snow.
I've never been to Rogers Pass. That's like Tuckerman Ravine. And Tuckerman Ravine, if you can get 500 feet in any direction, you're going to be out of the 80-foot stuff and you're going to be into like 20-foot stuff, which still horrible. You're still going to die, but like you're going to die 4 times less.
Touche. Yes. Wow.
Why is it not playing?
So, and okay. Wow. So they ate. Who did they eat to survive?
They ate. So this woman said, "I made a deal with my neighbor. Give up your son to me so we may eat him to bed." Or the woman made this deal.
Yeah,
Tomorrow we'll eat my son. Which, by the way, not how that would work. That's already very, because like a kid, that's a lot of calories. That's going to last you for like 2 weeks.
I would assume they're feeding households here, though. So it's not just
even so.
Not if you women on their own. I don't think
somebody saying clip him. That sounds like a horrible idea for my future. Go for it.
This is the clip show, apparently.
Oh God.
So, but what happened to the? Somebody
said to me, "Give up your son so we may eat."
Oh, so the Donner Party, they were doing like the Oregon Trail or something like that. I don't know if it was exactly the Oregon Trail, but they were going in wagons and pioneering out to California. And I think they were in California. or nearabouts, and maybe they were still in Colorado.
Get
Anyway,
on with it.
They got like they had a guide who was like, I know a shortcut. If you guys give me all your money, I'll take you through the shortcut. And so they trusted him, and they like took a shortcut, and it wasn't a shortcut, it was a long cut. And they got stuck, and winter hit, and they were in the middle of nowhere in this like fucking valley, and got covered in 80-foot snowfall. And we have their diaries. At the beginning of this, there were like, I don't know, a few dozen, and at the end of this, there were like a third that many, and there was a lot of cannibalism involved. It was horrifying. It was. I'm sure Jillian knows much more than me. Like, I have, a very rudimentary, but they were caught in a thing. There were bad decisions that were made, and then there were people that involved, and like when they finally got rescued, some of the people got like prosecuted because they were like, you did a lot of cannibalism and your cannibalism was not justified. Whereas my understanding of the Argentinian situation was those people were already dead.
Ooh.
And so
yes, they were.
That's a different calculus. Whereas
true,
the
right?
Donner Party, there was some ending of people that were still alive so that other people could eat.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. Wow. Okay.
And today. And tomorrow we'll eat my son. So we cooked up my son and ate him. The next day I said to her, give up your son so we may eat him. But she had hidden him. It seems she felt worse about being double-crossed than eating her own child. The king doesn't seem to care much about this hypocrisy, and that's the last thing we hear of the woman. As you'll now see, the stories get even.
Jillian is saying that I believe she's referring to my allegation that there were people that were killed that were already alive and then eaten. I think that's what she's referring to as saying it was sensationalistic and not proven.
Oh, there we go.
So I just want to voice that out there for people that are listening.
Okay. Got it. We don't want to be accused of spreading misinformation.
So, I was wrong about that, but yes, I don't know. It was a rough situation.
I think Ninjester really has us pegged here. That's what it feels like. Wow.
I love a good pegging.
I know you do. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Than that, this next one involves an exploding male member. Now,
only scholar fields, man. Fucking shots fired. Right. Damn it.
Okay.
Hey, atomic physics is not a niche field.
Number 9. You all know the story of Judas.
We got through an entire one.
Well, yeah. Okay.
Man who played the betrayer of Jesus in the story Fear and Loathing in the Garden of Gethsemane. There are many different takes on what happened to him next, but we rather like the one which has his...
That was clever. Fear and Loathing in the Garden of Gethsemane.
Yes.
Penis turning into an explosive device. The story was written by a guy named Papias of Hierapolis, who was around 62...
Hold on a second. The title of this video is what again?
The title of this video is something about
weirdest Bible stories.
Yeah,
the church tried to hide from you. So he's totally cheating here. This is from Papias. This is not a. I mean, I guess it's loosely based on a Bible story.
Okay, are there versions of the Catholic Bible that do officially have anything that Papias might have written in them at all?
No.
Are there versions of a heretic subset of some offshoot of the Catholic Church that might have this?
No.
I'm fucking trying, man. I'm trying so
hard. I know you are, but but okay, let's hear it. So
130 years after Christ. He told a lot of stories, and he swore they were true. He once said, "I shall not hesitate also to put into ordered form for you, along with the interpretations, everything I learned carefully in the past from the elders."
The interesting thing about Papias,
Is
I
he
think
wrote
this is
in all
interesting.
caps?
No, that's not it. Probably because he was writing in Greek in like the early 2nd century, late 1st century, possibly even, which means he would have been writing like minuscules, not unseals. So, the interesting thing about Papias is we don't have anything that survives from him. We have quotations of Papias in other early Christian writers, and it sure does sound like there was a lot of interesting shit that Papias knew about the early church that we just don't have access to anymore. It's tantalizing. It really honestly is. And oh my God, if anybody ever finds one day a copy of something written by Papias, yeah, I'm interested in that. So, but let's see what he has to say here.
Why is it not playing?
I don't know. This is your job.
And noted down carefully
I'm not good at my job.
for the truth of
no.
which I vouch. Still, the story we're going to tell you is called Apocrypha, meaning stories that are not accepted as part of the canon. The story goes that right after the
Is that
I mean, it's apocryphal, which it's like the Apocrypha is
I think of
is
it as like
a
an intermediate canon.
collection. Sure, yeah, but apocryphal is different from apocrypha, which is
There's an L.
yes. The one is an established collection of texts that you can actually go and find in, a manuscript, in a codex.
Most of us can.
Apocryphal,
Kip Davis can't read.
fuck you. Apocryphal, you're gonna go cry to your girlfriend Monday about this now? You probably will. But apocryphal is here he goes. Is the label that we attach to a whole bunch of things that are, just beside that. Okay, I'm done. Now press the goddamn play button.
betrayal, Judas made a run for it, but he didn't get far because he started to bloat like a balloon. This goes against the more accepted story of Matthew, which is Judas being hanged, and when he was taken down still alive, his guts spilling out. That was balderdash, according to the Acts of Papias.
Okay.
Is anybody else thinking about that scene from Willy Wonka where she eats the blueberry and then
He wrote that Judas expanded so much he couldn't even get through the gate. The passage says not even the massiveness of his head could get through.
It's a great story.
Man,
It's
I have
so
that
good.
problem constantly, okay?
Judas's eyes shrank under his bloating eyelids, and not even the doctors could find them. This next bit you'll need to hear in Papias' own words. His penis appeared to be more repulsive and larger than any disgraceful member, and bloody discharge and maggots poured from all over his body, which caused injury whenever he attended to his bodily needs.
Yo, that's a savage sentence, right?
Wow, Yeah.
People, how many PhD theses have had these words quoted in them?
Sorry, theses.
PhD
Right.
theses.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah,
Yes.
plural. How many PhD theses have had these? Were you like you got the word thesis wrong, and then you realized I was making? Never mind.
No. Yeah. So, how many PhD theses have had these words printed in them?
Yeah, like
Is
this
that what you're
exact quote. This quote right here. His penis
Got it.
appeared to be.
He got it. He got it from somewhere. I expect he did not translate the text himself. So this was from a publication.
Okay, yeah, but who translates the text themselves, Kip? Right? Like, if somebody did that, they should probably like write a book or something. And look at that fucking same page. Well, hold on. Space penis page. Now, if you open the space penis page, we'd be on the same page.
Okay,
we'd be on the same page.
but I'm not. It's because I didn't know you were gonna do that, and now there we go.
Man.
Okay,
there we
it's
go.
not. I mean, it's there we go. Okay, the space penis page.
No, it's not the first literal page. It's the first page of.
It's
like,
actually.
content, though.
I believe it's actually page 11. Yeah,
it's the second page of the content after the page where you acknowledge a bunch of people, including by name Maya Adkisson, and not me.
Not you, no. Because what the fuck did you do?
Totally fair. I didn't do shit.
Right. Yes.
No, there's no universe in which I belong.
There are people in the chat who appear in the acknowledgements. And not you. Yes.
That's absolutely fair. Good decision.
Yeah. So Judas obviously had a horrific ending to his story, one that's too gruesome to go into further detail. Papias writes that he soon passed away from the torture, but where he fell stank for many years to come.
Yeah. It's pretty great.
Wow.
It's a great story. So, yeah.
Wow.
Marin's in there. So. Is Zerl on here? It looks like. That's cool. You know Zerlon, right?
Absolutely.
Zerlon's here. Hey, good to see you, Zerlon.
Exactly.
So Zerlon plays Dr. Hobnell in Star Trek Endurance, which is the Star Trek TTRPG that I play with other fun people and Dapper Dinosaur every Friday night.
Shots fired against Dapper.
You know he's doing his listen. Hold on. So because I am a good friend and not an asshole, I have to say, all right, tomorrow is Dapper's 15,000 subscriber celebration extravaganza at 3:00 Eastern, noon Pacific, and people should come and watch because you feel sorry for him. So go and do that. Be nice and show your pity to the dinosaur, and I'll be there as well.
The only the only reason that you can ever think that I pity somebody is if I give them money, right? And like, have I ever given Dapper Dinosaur money?
Oh, Jesus Christ!
Right?
I feel like the answer to that question is yes.
You know, this hasn't been proven in a court of law.
Don't learn this in Sunday school, but you can't deny it would make for great drama on the stage, as would this next story. Number 8. How to solve a problem King Solomon style.
Oh boy, I know where this
one.
is going. We're talking about like cutting a kid in half.
Yeah.
This is from 1 Kings 3:16.
To be fair, this did not actually happen. Right.
Exactly. Like
even
the way the story goes actually works the way they tell it. Like, this is one of those stories. It's like, like he wasn't actually intending to cut the kid in half. Hopefully. Like, problem is, I've read Judges. So,
I guess who knows? Maybe he was that smart. But could you imagine if this? Okay, well, all right. So let him tell the story. We should maybe say something about it.
28, and has the header, a wise ruling. One day, King Solomon was kicking back when he was told a woman.
Wait, what? Go back. What is he? Okay, I need to hear it.
King Solomon style. This is from 1 Kings 3:16 to 28, and has the header, a wise ruling. One day, King Solomon.
What? Dude, the headers are. It's not there. The headers
are all added later. Like way later, thousands of years later.
They're not all the same either. I mean, just Bible.
No, they're not. They're like those
publishers
are one
add
of
their
the
own
like,
headers.
things that
Come on.
publishers get to choose, right? It's
Yes.
publisher decision. Like, yes,
That's
most
right.
of the time you're going to see Exodus whatever 20 whatever be labeled the 10 Commandments, but yeah.
One day,
I
King
think
Solomon
this
was
is
kicking
like this is fair, right? Redim points out this isn't this one of the most famous. I feel like you meant to say famousest Old Testament stories. Yeah, right. This is a story I knew when I was like 8 years old.
Yeah.
Right?
Because even young kids like can get on the first telling that they weren't actually going to cut the kids in half.
Yeah.
back when he was told a woman wanted to talk to him about a certain problem she had. She got to his door and he said something like, "Hey, come in, take a seat." The woman wasted no time and told the king, "Pardon me, my lord, this woman and I live in the same house, and I had a baby while she was there with me. The third day after my child was born, this woman also had a baby. We were alone. There was no one in the house but the two of us."
Hold on a second. Pause it for a second. You know what you never hear about this story. Well, I guess I suspect, and I don't know that much about this, but based on the little bit that I do know about ancient Iron Age Canaanite Near Eastern culture, is that the two women living in the house, this is either two women.
Why are there two women that are living together without like
one of two things? Okay, they are either sister wives, okay, or they're prostitutes.
Yeah, it's like,
so
those are by far the most likely options that correspond to
that. But that's something I don't know. I feel like if I were making this video, that's not, if this was a video, because the title of this video is what again? It's what the church tried to hide from you.
Yeah, weirdest Bible stories they tried to hide from you.
Right? I feel like this is something I would have pointed out if I was making this video.
Well, yeah, but I mean, what do you know about the Bible? You fucking hate the Bible.
Did you know I fucking love the Bible? I have a shirt.
Like, okay, you? I would only believe that if you were able to demonstrate that you had a T-shirt that said that.
I have a shirt.
Oh man, see, when I give like weirdly specific like criteria for being proven wrong, it's weird how often it.
I didn't wear it today, but it's
I thought you were gonna say that it was in the.
Wait a minute, that's not.
Yeah, no, you gotta turn it, but
see. It even says it, but this is the church version. This is
the church.
Yeah.
Well,
I have a bar version with the words spelled in full.
Because
you should get one. Why don't you have a version?
That's a good question.
Both these women, by the way, were prostitutes. That doesn't matter.
Hey, maybe. So actually,
what matters?
Now I'm curious. Now I need to. Now, what's the Can you roll it back so that I can see the it's First Kings.
There was no one in the house there with me. The third day after my child was born, this woman also had a baby.
He mentions
we were alone. The baby did no time. She was kicking.
Roll it back about a minute.
Here.
Oh, there we go. 3:16 to 28. I have to look this up now. To see exactly.
I have a Bible.
Oh, good for you.
Boom.
Okay.
See? People are always surprised when I pull out my Bible. Kings
3:16. Oh, totally holy! It does say that. Yes. It says Az Tavona Shtaim Nashim Zonot. Then 2 prostitute women came to the king. Awesome. That's cool. Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
But you know what? I do not remember hearing that part of the story when I was 8 years old. Cool. All right. Jump.
And then,
So,
yeah. Also, I gotta say, like, did they not have cribs?
I
No,
don't
like
know.
legitimately, because like the next thing that happens is that the other woman kills her kid because the way my
Rolled
mom
over
always
on it. Yeah.
described it is rolled over and
Yeah.
smothered them. And
Yeah.
I'm like, wouldn't that be a thing that people had clocked at that point? And they're like,
It
you
just
should put it over on a table with some like pegs around it so it doesn't fall off.
or it's I mean it is possible that they were still weaning.
I guess,
And
but
I assume
do you wean
right.
unconsciously, or do you do that like when they cry and wake your ass
Yeah,
up?
I don't know. I've never had
I
a
don't know.
baby,
I
so I
genuinely
don't
don't know.
know.
I've never
I
had
have
yeah.
no idea
Well,
what,
you've raised children. I haven't even done that, so I'm gonna stop
Yeah.
talking.
28 and
Oh wait, I went way back. How
I've
far
got
ahead
a
do I have to
super
go?
chat here from Redim. But what does Stone Cold 316 say?
Right?
What can you smell what the Rock is cooking? Is that it, or it's something else, isn't it?
Well,
It's
Stone Cold was Steve Austin, not The Rock, right?
yes, yeah, that's true. Somebody help Redim out with what Stone Cold 316 said, because I don't remember offhand.
'Cause
Um,
yeah, we got
I kind of stopped watching wrestling after what? Wait, what?
I never started.
Oh, okay. Um, but yeah, I kind of stopped watching after WrestleMania 5. So
You know, I was born in 2023, right?
oh, right. That's right.
Yeah.
I forgot. Okay, press play.
as the header, a wise ruling. One day, King Solomon the woman added she put him by her breast and put her dead son by my breast. She said she woke up and was about to feed her son when she noticed he was dead, then became aware that he wasn't her son at all. As she was explaining this to Solomon, the other woman then suddenly appeared in the palace protesting her innocence. She screamed at the king and the plaintiff, "No, the living one is my son, the dead one is yours." In the absence of modern forensic science, King Solomon was in a bit of a fix. Using an ancient toothpick to get a tough bit of lamb he'd eaten earlier from his teeth, he
that part isn't in.
I
in
like
the
that.
text.
That's
it's
the kind
good,
of
yeah.
that's the kind of flavor I would add.
Look at the size of that toothpick, though. Jesus,
Yeah, man. Jesus
like
was
that's
around
that's
it.
the that is the size of the kind of mauled tree debris that I pull out of Dagon's teeth on a regular basis. So, yeah.
All right then.
said in a composed, restrained voice, this one says my son is alive and your son is dead. Well, that one says, no, your son is dead while mine is alive. He sat there in deep contemplation, the two manic women hanging on each of his breaths. The king then shouted
I'm
out, "Bring me
Spartacus!"
my sword. The women looked perplexed. The king saw that and made things clear by saying, cut the living child in two and give half to one and half to the other. He finally got that bit of lamb out of his teeth. And
So, I have to...
I love that flavor. I'm sorry, I love it. It makes no sense. But I
listen,
love that flavor.
when I heard this story as a child, and chat, let me know what you think about this too. If this is something that you also, if this is how you process this story as a child. As a child, when I heard this story, my first thought was, who gets the top half and who gets the bottom half?
My first thought was, which way are you cutting it?
Because you thought maybe,
Right?
Like,
yeah.
That would have made more sense. Because I
there
thought
are two options. One of them is way more symmetric.
yeah,
and
it's path of least resistance.
Like
is what I was
immediately
thinking,
you get there. Yeah,
boy,
no, immediately if you consider
it's,
that, you're like, okay, yeah, no, you're right.
Mm.
You wouldn't cut it top to bottom. You would cut it left and right.
That's a better way. Yeah, okay.
Exactly, because we're bilaterally symmetric. So that's immediately where my head went. then immediately my head went was, this is insane.
Jesus
Am I
Christ,
actually
this is
supposed
fucking
to believe this?
right.
And
Yeah.
then I was probably interrupted because my mom told me that, where the story is going. So
Sissy says you got to cut the baby hot dog style.
exactly. That's how bilaterally symmetric like creatures work. Okay? Because
Marin says this king is kind of stupid to cut a baby in half.
But he didn't. And that that's
yes,
the point of the
I
story.
think that's the point of the story. That's true, right? Like that
Yes.
is that is
He did.
that is
Like
what we're-
this story, I would even potentially classify myself, and some people in the chat might be surprised to hear this. Depending on your definition, I would classify myself as an anti-theist. I think that theism generally isn't that bad.
Monster.
Right? But I'm not the kind of anti-theist that everybody in the chat like hates, obviously. Anyway, this story works. It works as a it's got some rough edges, but like he didn't actually kill these kids. Okay, the issues that you get with Solomon are I think other stories. This one, it's pretty clearly constructed to work out in a way that
yeah. I just a couple things I feel like need to be pointed out here. Brandon Runyon, who I was in Acadian class with for a while, by the way. If they called his bluff, he wouldn't feel so wise then. Which is followed up immediately by Tommy. Go subscribe to the Humanity Live, everyone, because you feel even more sorry for them than you do for the dinosaur. Points out, wisest man ever, right? Like this story was told. This story was told, and this is how it was told to me as like an 8-year-old.
Yeah.
Look wisest man ever.
I think this story works in that lens. I do.
Boy.
I don't think it's do you get to wisest man ever? No. With the right lens though, this is a story about a wise person. You have to accept the lens that they're telling it from. Okay? But
okay. You're welcome.
Everybody, man, I'm like the most unpopular person in the chat, I bet right now.
Like Detective Columbo, he seemed to know what was going to happen next. He was right. One woman.
Columbo reference. I never even saw an episode of Columbo, but I know that reference.
It's amazing. Columbo's good. People should watch Columbo movies if they get a chance. It's good stuff.
And screamed at him, "Please, Lord, give her the living baby. Don't kill him." The other woman said, "Nah, neither I nor you shall have him. Cut him in two." Picking up.
Right? And like at that point, here's even the steel man for Solomon, like deeper point. Even if the one that was like cut him in two was actually the mom, it doesn't matter at that point. It's very clear who the child should go to based on those reactions.
That's
a jug of water.
Yeah.
The king turned away from the women and said to his guards, "Give the living baby to the first woman. Do not kill him. She
Look
is
at
his
this.
mother."
What a boss. He's drinking the wine straight out of the decanter. Wow. What a guy.
Yeah, man.
And said to his guards, "Give the living baby to the first woman. Do not kill him. She is his mother." According to the Bible, the people of Israel heard about this story and celebrated King Solomon's endless wisdom. Okay, now back to stories.
Not endless wisdom. That is. I mean, come on. Was Solomon a dude?
Was he a dude?
Was Solomon a dude? Like Solomon was King David's son, and I know that there's some question about like
well,
if
perhaps.
King David was
I mean, you got through that chapter, I assume, right? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and that's my point.
Yeah.
Is
Right.
like
Yeah.
we,
Okay.
there's not.
But he's a dude. Definitely a dude.
Oh, but like it depends what.
Without happy endings. Number 7, everyone gets their due. There are a lot of big villains in the Bible, and one of the standout baddies is King Herod the Great. What a piece of work that guy was. He was
What is that? King Herod the Great. All right.
the one that ordered the massacre of the innocents. That was when he sent some folks looking for the child Jesus when he heard he was the son of God.
What is? Oh, do you see? He's not. He's supposed to be. I'm like, what the fuck is he doing? He's knocking on the door with his globe hand.
Yeah, his big
Okay.
round hand and his like weird skinny little chicken legs.
Boy, those are
I'm just
those.
saying, my forearm compared to my calf. My forearm is smaller than my calf. Okay, this is the opposite situation that we have here.
It really. This is these. All of these guys skipped leg day, didn't they? Every time, at every opportunity, they did.
Also, that's not how heads are shaped. Like the asymmetry between the top of the head and the bottom of the head is really cognitively problematic.
That is true. Yes, that's true. Okay.
These people failed in their mission. After that, Herod sent the order to kill all the boys in Bethlehem under the age of 2. That's pretty scary, although likely mythology. So Herod was an ancient psycho with a short temper. He was a persecutor of the first degree. But as is often in the case in the Bible, he got his comeuppance, and he got it in style. In Acts 12:20.
All right, I'm beginning to like the narrative flow.
21 to 22, it said he went to the town of Caesarea that he had built to have a firm chat with some folks he'd been arguing with. All they wanted was a bit of peace from the king. He got up to address the people, and they screamed out, "This is the voice of a god, not of a man." This is what that part of the Bible said happened next. Immediately, because Herod did not give praise to God, an angel of the Lord struck him down, and he was eaten by worms and died. That's a fitting end for such a tyrannical ruler. Although
what?
How was he struck down though? Was he like zapped by lightning? Because I'm not gonna lie, if I lived back then and it was like a clear day out, and not bad weather, clear day out, and this can't happen. Like physically, this can't happen.
Should we look?
Lightning came out of nowhere and like zapped me and killed me. Totally reasonable to think that God just zapped that person to death.
Yeah, sure. That's the
right. That's totally
what I would. Do you want to look and see? So we could do. We could pull. Go back like 30 seconds because they mention. I'm pretty sure they mention the where. Oh god damn! I didn't mean to do that. Okay. Trying to do too many things at once here. They mention where this story occurs. I think we could Acts 12. What?
Acts 12:21 is what I went back 20 seconds, and this is what.
Okay, yeah, here we go. So let's shall we look at this story? We can. I'm just gonna pull this off, and I'm going to share.
So.
That's okay because we're not making this show for you. This is for the good people of my audience. You what?
I said I don't think you understand what my ego requires.
Oh, I do, which is why I'm intentionally. Anyways, here's the story. All right. You can't read the left-hand side, but I assume. Oh, wait, you can't. People from the audience at least should be able to read the right-hand side. Now, Herod was angry with the people of Tyre and Sidon, so they came to him in a body. Really? Is that what they came before through the corn of the. Okay, wait. Sorry, I shouldn't have done this. I'm just moving on. And after winning over Blastus, the king's chamberlain, they asked for reconciliation because their country depended on the king's country for food. On an appointed day, Herod put on his royal robes, took his seat on a platform, and delivered a public address to them. The people kept shouting, "The voice of a god and not of a mortal." And immediately, because he had not given the glory to God, an angel of the Lord struck him down, and he was eaten by worms and died. So no, it's not like lightning or anything. It's just the he just like died. He just died. It could be because it says an angel of the Lord struck him down. It could be very likely in the mind of this writer that the angel actually just walked right up to him, pulled out his angel sword, and just stabbed him with the angel sword as the angels do. So there you go. But now I'm wondering, is this a story of Herod the Great? Because it feels like it's
Not.
historically out of place. Seems weird.
History is fake.
Yeah, well, I mean, so is the Book of Acts, but
A lot more
I don't
fake
know.
than history.
I feel like these guys got this wrong. I don't think this is Herod the Great. I suspect it's probably either Herod Agrippa or Herod Antipas. But you know what? I don't read the New Testament, so I don't know. Press
A
play.
firm chat with some folks he'd immediately worms to earth, but just as fitting in for such a tyrannical ruler, although his real death might have been somewhat more down to earth, but just as frightening. Experts say Herod might have spent his final days itching like crazy and convulsing in pain due to chronic kidney disease and a weird infection that turned his genitalia gangrenous.
Wait, why? Okay, hold on. Does kidney disease and or gangrenous genitalia better band name, by the way, than what Monday earlier recommended?
Yeah.
Do either of those cause itchiness?
I'm
not wrong.
I don't know.
Maybe
somebody in the chat has had Fournier's gangrene and let us know.
There's no type of gangrene that is good, right? Like there's
no,
right?
No, none.
Like
they're all bad.
My advisor in grad school.
Oh my god!
In 2004, he went to the emergency room because his arm was really hurting, and the last thing he remembers was him sitting on like the exam table, like being like, "I wish they would give me something. My arm really, really, really hurts," while his wife was like, talking to the doctor. He woke up 6 weeks later, after being awoken from a medically induced coma, and they had taken his arm from here down, like as much as you can take, because of like they what happened while he didn't remember was he had somehow acquired gangrene.
Wow.
You can look him up. His name is Eric Cornell. He has a Wikipedia page.
Jesus.
Unlike you.
That is goddamn terrifying and terrible. Wow. That's
it's
awful.
crazy.
So listen, I have
Disease is
to.
now what we
I
call
have to.
Brenner's gangrene.
I'm sorry. I'm
Stop.
sorry.
Yeah,
Like I
okay.
tried to stop that.
Yeah, okay. I just have to address this because this cuts me to the quick. Real
Yeah, that's
Melly.
not true.
I guess Kip only loves part of the fucking Bible. Listen. Because I respect the New
He's got the
Testament as much as I do, I recognize what the Bible, the New Testament says that the Bible is the Hebrew scriptures. That's what it says. I take the New Testament seriously. So I'm just doing what the New Testament is telling me to fucking do. That's what I'm doing. Okay.
In this one particular
You hurt
case.
me. You hurt me, Real Melly. Oh, all right. Oh God. Zerilon says that his wife's cousin died from a gangrene infection in his. Oh, ow.
It's not a joke. Like
Wow.
if you find out that you're infected with gangrene and they're like, oh, we might have to like take your foot, you should be like, yeah, you should probably take it after the knee. Like give it an extra chunk, because if you're wrong, you're dead. Unambiguously dead.
Listen, I'm sorry, I got distracted because I love the chat so fucking much. You guys know. You guys know.
So if he was as bad as the Bible makes out, talk about divine retribution. Now for something completely out of this world, and no, not the zombies. We'll get to them later. First, superheroic killer babies.
Hold on a second. I just realized that there is more than one option of zombies when it comes to if we're including. It looks like this heretic is including the New Testament here. But that would mean more than one option for zombies. Killer babies. We're gonna say something.
I'm trying to I can't find it immediately, so it doesn't matter.
6. This comes from the Apocalypse of Peter, which is more apocryphal text. In these texts, Peter talks a lot about.
This actually is an apocryphal text, like part of an apocrypha. It actually is. So,
in 300 years, there is going to be the whole Church of Open AI apocrypha. It's going to be great. I hope to shape that future.
Punishments. For instance, blasphemers were hanged by the tongue. Women who dressed up and tried to attract men they weren't married to were hanged by the hair above.
I would way rather
the hair
be hanged by the
like,
hair. Right. Like in every universe, it's better than the tongue. Because how do you hold the tongue? It with a hook? Because then you're not hanging by the tongue. You're hanging by a hole in the tongue. Way weaker. Not going to work. Hair, like the actual the hair, one of the stronger parts of that whole chain. You could make rope out of hair.
It's just a strange, I don't know, it's a strange logic involved here.
It seems that way the first 4 times you hang somebody by their tongue. Yeah, I agree.
Okay. The results are brutal. If you wish
compared to the tongue, you have to look at the alternative. We're making a choice based on one available alternative, and if I have to say hair versus tongue, listen, I have long hair. Kip has.
Yes, I feel like this is something. This is not.
It's not
an insurmountable. No, it's not.
No,
not at all.
Literally, the best way I can imagine being hanged by the tongue is if you have pincers grab your tongue that are frozen.
That's still very bad, dude.
One, you would slip and presumably die immediately because there'd be like a pit of acid or something below you. But so they'd have to freeze your tongue. You would have to puncture the tongue and freeze it solid to the thing, and that's so much worse.
Look, I know. Look, I don't weigh I have lost a lot of weight over the last year, but I still feel
haven't.
I still feel like my tongue is not doing
It's not
that.
it. That ain't it, Chief. Like,
No. So Tommy chooses hair.
yeah, no, like if
which is funny because you know Tommy. So
yeah. Yeah, well, because he's got a beard. I've got a beard. I would rather be hung by the beard, right? Like, the beard would
Than the
even
tongue.
potentially be better because them follicles
hair?
are beefier than mine. Yeah, I have like fine hair follicles. Everybody has, well, okay, not everybody, but
you have way more beard follicles than I do.
No. Oh,
Yeah.
then you do. I mean,
than
I have
do.
way more most follicles than most people do because
No, you don't have.
I have no sign of male pattern baldness, and everybody else in my family does, and it's awesome.
Dude, I'm 53 years. I'm not. I'm 52 years old. So
I don't think you do either, right? Like you're
no. You know what?
No,
my kids have receding hairlines. Like actually 2 of them. Not all 3, but yeah.
Why is it not playing? God damn it.
I don't know. It's not my
Of a bubbling mire. The men who got it on with them were hanged by their feet with their heads in the mire. Men who dressed up as women.
Long term,
What?
probably still prefer hair than feet, actually. I'm not sure. Maybe
yeah.
feet would be better, depending on how you were
I don't know. I feel like you know, if it's especially over time, it feels like the hair is something that you just stop noticing. You get used to it fast.
Yeah,
fast, right? Like it might hurt for I don't know,
where
a few seconds,
but
30,
you're still upright. Whereas being hung by the tongue, you're fucked. Like it's the most.
God
you know,
damn. Yes,
you're just done. Also, like, yeah, just bad for so many reasons. Being hung upside down, like, do you want to be upside down long term? I don't know if you do.
No, God, I don't. I hate. Yeah, being upside down is not fun. It's not.
Yeah.
It's just not a good time.
Man, I really want to see your OnlyFans.
Take the role of women were taken up on a cliff by angels and thrown off. After
and hung upside down,
they got splattered. They were taken up once again and thrown off again. We guess until the angels were content.
With a bucket. and okay, so no, you're not being creative enough. When my brother was 9 years old, my parents got him a snow shoveling, a snow shovel, right? Not because he had like organs to clean up, but because there were so many Legos in his room that they were like, you know what, like just operationally speaking, this is the safest way to avoid foot injury for the rest of the family moving forward. So you have to, it's like, David, you have to take the shovel and you have to go scoop and then scoop so that there's a path from the door to your bed so that we can get to you without injuring our feet.
Wow, we are really, I just have to point out, we are not meeting our super chat goal at this point.
I mean,
there's only 30 minutes left, but yeah.
You know, if Monday was helping like produce this show, we would be way more on point.
I'd be, yeah, right. Yeah, no, it's true. Next time I am. Next time
you should kick me off and have me be a producer that's basically just echoing Monday.
Or I bet Monday knows how to press the play button.
I doubt it.
That would create a lot of blood and
flesh. I legitimately doubt it.
But really Peter said nothing was wasted. All that gore formed a lake to which women who had abortions were sent. The aborted fetuses, meanwhile, tormented them by turning into superheroes.
What? The aborted fetuses like got their revenge by turning into superheroes.
Yes. Oh, hey, I don't know. Is this like a veiled pro-choice argument?
I don't think so. I think that this is the classic 8-minute lol counterhook. Because 8 minutes into a video, I'm making this up on the fly. People are like, "Oh, I've been watching the video for a little while," and infographic is like, we're gonna have to like come at them with somebody or something awesome, and that so it's the 8-minute counterhook.
Word for word. Word for
As
word.
they
Word
fi-
for word.
Wow.
Sorry, I had to.
Word for word.
Listen, though, hear me out. If you abort your baby, they'll become a superhero.
And this is why. Do I want to reveal that? Probably not. Never mind.
Fired a flash of fire from their eyes into their mothers. The text says the beams of fire smote the women in the eyes. In this orgy of violence, Peter says he saw both men and women gnawing their tongues and having flaming fire in their mouths.
Well, yeah, that's what happens when you're suspended by your tongue. You're gonna like just
Just
Right?
get it off, right? What the? Yeah. If you happen to be gifted with an especially robust tongue, you're good. You are chewing that fucker off. It
Well,
just
most
it's
of us
not.
aren't Gene Simmons, right?
It's true. It's true. Only some of us are cunning linguists. Only some of us.
I mean, the man was more than a cunning linguist. He was a goddamn force of nature.
At the same time, if any milk came out of the mother's breasts, it would congeal and turn into snakes, animals that would then attack the women. Peter also says, I saw the murderers and them that were consenting to them cast into a straight place full of evil, creeping things.
Cast them into a straight. Okay, without a G or an H.
A GH, yes. So
So
like a body of water.
A body of water, like an isthmus.
Yeah.
Isthmus. Straight is the word. I don't know why I'm making a new word. A narrow passage of water that's potentially hazardous.
Like
in this context,
like the Georgia Strait, which is just over there.
Yeah, or like the Argentinian Strait.
That's probably a lot bigger
Bering Strait
than the Georgia Strait. Yeah.
There's a lot of them. They're not. I mean.
And smitten by those beasts, and so turning themselves about in that torment, and upon them were set worms like clouds of darkness. Either Peter needed some anger management classes or a good old-fashioned hug, or none of that happened. Scholars point out.
That.
Okay. After that, all that stuff almost became part of the New Testament.
Is this one of your scholar friends?
Sorry.
I don't get the joke. You have to explain it to me.
I'm not. No. I'm not. Okay, it almost made it into the New Testament. Yes, that's true. It almost the it's either the Acts of Peter, Acts of Peter, or the Apocalypse of Peter. Yeah.
Who is this?
This looked. I'm not going to say his name, but I know a New Testament scholar who looks just like this guy, and I think it might be this him.
Is like the third, or it's at least the second, because I remember at least one earlier point, but I think this is more than the third time that we've seen this person in this video.
It's true. It is. This is supposed. Yeah. This is caricature Bible scholar guy, right?
Yeah, I mean, see, and that's why I like to make it easy for whoever might want to respond to our videos, because look at me, right?
And me,
you are like a whole 2.5 orders of magnitude more like socially acceptable visually than I am.
I didn't say it, but
I did.
Listen, I have to. But what is so? I'm looking at this picture. Is he talking to a librarian?
He
Or
looks like he's
a
talking to somebody who's really afraid
student?
that they're about to get fired. Like, this
Why is
person
there a
looks
ladder?
terrified they're about to lose their job.
Why is there a ladder in the jungle behind him? Oh, that's a
This is a
blackboard.
giant
A
blackboard
giant. So they had these,
green.
I guess
It's
in the old
chalkboard.
days, they
Chalkboard's
used to have
blue.
these giant blackboards that you needed a ladder on in order
I
to
never saw
write.
those. Dude,
I-
the best lecture halls though,
Yes.
at CU Boulder, had multiple layers of rollable chalkboard.
We had those. Yes.
Yeah, it was like 3 layers deep. It was like a full ass chalkboard. It was like, it was like 4.5 feet by like 8 feet, and you could fill that whole motherfucker up with notes, and then you could just push it up, and it would go up like 15 feet. So that would be way at the top of the room, and then you could pull one of the other ones down with like a rope, and you could write on. And that is still like the most badass, best technology to do that, because you can do that if as long as you have chalk, you can do that.
Nobody was ever incompetent enough to let you teach a class, were they?
No, never. No.
Because I was going to ask. I've never, the largest class that I've ever taught was like under 40 students. So I never got like the giant lecture hall with the crazy shit.
Yeah.
I also, but wow.
It's also more like directly and universally helpful, I think, for like physics and math classes, because you write out derivations and definitions, and then you yeah, and then like it's helpful to have them up like and still like visible on the thing. And it's like, if you don't have to erase the chalkboard and the students can still have that visible, they're able to like, because some of them haven't been able to stop and copy it down. And the thing is, when we're copying something down, we're not hearing as well what the professor is saying while you're copying down.
No,
you're doing one or the other. And so the best professors that were boring were the type that would write everything on the board while saying it very clearly, like while they were writing it, then say it again, and then pause weirdly long amounts of time before they went on to the next bit, because they were looking at their students that were writing it down. Because Professor Porcio, you could recreate his lectures and get 95% of the value out of them, and that's not an insult. Professor Porcio was brilliant. Sorry, I'll press.
But in the 4th century,
hold on a second. Go back, because I wanted to say one other thing about this blackboard that's really
scholars point out that
notice this. He's got this giant ass blackboard.
Huge.
This fat old guy decided to walk up the ladder in order to write New Testament.
This guy's the one writing it.
Are you what? Really?
What makes guessing?
Okay, but what? You've got this huge blackboard, and you're going to write one thing on it.
Well, if you're starting a lecture, you would.
Okay.
If you prepare and think ahead, which, to be clear, like, you're talking to Michael fucking Vandegraff. Motherfucker never learned how to prepare and think ahead. Okay, then you might. But if you're just doing it based on vibes, you're just going.
Okay, before you press play, I have a super chat from Brandon Runyon. Sorry. Did you see how I mean, I'm almost finished my wine. For $10, thank you very much. Says there's so few channels where in one video you learn about the Copper Scroll or War Scroll, read Hebrew, watching whatever the hell this is, and occasionally hear the term pegging drop so casually. Oh, my guy. So few? I feel like there is one. Isn't there? Isn't there just one channel where all these things can happen? But thank you so much for noticing. I appreciate it.
This only happens because he
This
stole
is-
my co-host.
But in the 4th century, the Bishop of
No.
Athanasius chose
That's not it. Jesus Christ. Oh my God. Did you seriously do? Oh, this is okay. Now I am irrationally angry because this cartoon buffoon is holding a
Has
copy
an
of
S on the end of Revelation.
the book of fucking Revelations. What the fuck is this?
It's a plural version of the Apocalypse of John.
God damn it.
I'm so glad I was able to get that in.
Why? Why?
Revelations.
Why?
Okay, so this is evidence the entire world has actually been successfully taken over by Lord Voldemort.
Yes, it is.
Because Parcel
It
Tongue.
really. Oh shit!
There's the smoking gun.
Yes, it is.
It 100%.
Okay.
was the Book of Revelations instead. But as you'll now see, the Book of Revelations is also pretty dark. Number 5,
It
the
hurts.
Book of
Like
Doom.
it seriously, it fucking hurts my ears every single time I hear it. It hurts. I get a headache, and I need to take medicine to get rid of my headache when I hear it. Why do people? This is not hard. Why is this so hard?
How many are we at? We're at least 3.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we are. We're at least 3.
But I don't know for sure. So and I have to press play. So
Probably heard the story of mankind coming to an end after 7 angels blow their trumpets. In short, blood and hail and fire rain down, and wormwood poisons a third of all rivers and water. Mountains.
That's green blood that he's poisoning the waters with.
maybe it's like horseshoe crab.
Oh, could be. 3. We're at 3.
3.
Yes. Okay.
Crumble into the sea. A plague of evil locusts wreak havoc. And then
These are not
200
locusts. These are horses with riders.
I don't know. I mean, he's got green blood and horse-shaped locusts. It feels like this is par for the course, as they say in the it's a baseball. I'm pretty sure that's baseball, isn't it? I think that's baseball.
I mean, I feel like both par and course are demonstrably words that
On the
come from
baseball course.
basketball. No, I was gonna say no. Par is definitely a hockey term.
No,
Right?
God, fuck. Oh, fuck you. No,
Right?
so dumb.
and course, I'm pretty sure course comes from I want to
Press play! Press play!
million horsemen
Play!
come down, spitting fire and sulfur from their mouths to finish off who's left. When the 7th trumpet blows, 7 bulls are released, and they carry enough disease to make everyone
Look at
around
them.
have
They've
faces
got,
filled with horrific.
This is like battle damage happening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That or they could be polonium halos.
Faces filled with horrific sores. It's likely that John the
I'm glad you caught
Elder
that.
wrote all this doom and gloom in about 96 CE, possibly the year of a major depression.
Possibly. I mean, you know what? Like
What? So wait, what?
what year wasn't
This is-
possibly the year of a major depression?
What are they talking? What is going on? Is he talking about? Is this? Hold on. Is this like John's major depression? Are we psychoanalyzing John? at this point, or is this like 96 CE, the year of an economic depression? I don't know what's happening. I really don't. Oh, okay. So John be fucked. Yeah.
John
Yes.
be fucked.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah.
John be fucked.
Jillian says it could be two things. I think that, yeah, I guess so. Oh, but
So- Yeah,
okay.
That's how getting
All
fucked
right.
is.
Yeah.
Now for some more standard violence. Number
All right. Thank you, Quentin.
John,
4, John the Headless. According to one version
That actually does sound like a Tarantino like trope, like with all the
Yeah.
arterial spray.
right.
of the
that's
tale,
true.
John the Baptist had criticized the tyrannical King Herod because Herod had divorced his wife and taken his brother's wife as a lover. John
I mean, didn't he do the whole like let's murder all the kids under the age of 2 thing? Also,
He did. Well,
that feels
yes.
worse.
So-
that feels way worse.
Well, no. This isn't again. This is not Herod the Great.
Mm.
This is Herod Agrippa. I'm fairly sure it's Herod Agrippa. Somebody, I'm sure somebody in the chat has
Is
read the New Testament. You guys can correct me on this.
I don't even think
whether
you
this
can
is
buy that anywhere, man.
what.
The New Testament, like I have a
Do you
Bible,
have
and I
a
don't
do
think it's in there.
you have one? We read it earlier, actually.
Lies and
But
Fate.
this is-
Dude, I can't fucking find where I put it.
Yeah. So because remember,
Here it is.
Herod's dead before any of this happens, right?
Okay, no, so
Like,
it
that's-
goes to Micah.
That's
and then there's
oh.
some weird like other
Now-
language that's
oh.
written in a red color. And
That's- God, you're not doing this right. It just
no,
didn't think this was moral, and he made it known. So Herod had him imprisoned. Then one night, Herod threw a party, and dancing at that party was Herod's new lover's daughter, Salome. Herod was apparently very impressed with her dancing, and after a bit too much booze, he promised she could have anything she asked for, including half of his kingdom. Salome then went to her mom and told her what Herod had said. She asked for advice as to what to ask for, to which her mother said John the Baptist's head, and on a platter. Even
that's her really weird culinary taste.
for Herod, this was a bit too hardcore, but he agreed. Herod might have done this because he saw what influence John had had over his people and so worried about him starting a rebellion. This is not Apocrypha, but there are various takes on the tale. This next one is literally out of this world. Number 3, horny angels.
Ooh. Wait, what? What is not apocrypha? This is what is he talking? He's talking about he was talking about the John story as not
Yeah,
apocrypha.
He's talking about something
But what?
after this.
John the Baptist's head, and on a platter. Even for Herod, this was a bit too hardcore, but he agreed. Herod might have done this because he saw what influence John had
Hey,
had over his
guys.
people and so worried about him starting a
We got an
rebellion.
Amber
This is not
Raid.
Apocrypha, but there are various
Good to
takes.
see you.
I actually don't know what portion of the story they're referring to when they say it's not apocrypha. It's actually
fine.
very unclear by construction.
You're a trench coat full of weasels, so the expectations are very low.
Thank you. For mine, they're always so high, which is why it's not a safe space.
On the tale.
very
This
safe
next one
space.
is literally out of this world. Number 3, horny angels.
Horny
This story comes from the
angels.
book of Enoch, which was written 200 to 300 years before Christ came on the scene. According
Is
Well,
that, it
yeah,
certainly didn't
probably.
take place
Yeah.
that time.
No. But it was written probably somewhere in between 200 and 300 years.
Fair
So
enough.
3rd century.
You're
BC.
only saying that because you have an irreverent acerbic approach to New Testament scholarship that like doesn't care about whatever Monday said, okay? That's the only reason.
Is that it? Okay.
to this
Yeah.
Exactly.
full text, there were entities called the Watchers. The Watchers were angels who gave birth to rebel angels known as Nephilim. According to Enoch, Nephilim were giants whose height was 300 cubits. That would work out to be about 440 feet. Enoch
That's true.
That's a lot of feet.
Yes.
A
Yeah.
lot of feet.
says that the
A lot of
Watchers
feet.
came down to earth from
Oh,
heaven and made
hold
out
on.
human
hold on. You know what that means? That means
No,
that,
I'm not.
that
Unless they're a person who's really into the fashion industry and is obsessed with shoes, you never see feet or shoes on a ghost.
they were definitely not ghosts. Definitely not. We know that for a fact.
Made out with human women, and that's how the giants were born. There are many different stories.
Made
but one
out.
says that the
Wait, what? They
That's
made
not-
out
okay,
with.
People don't get born because you make out with somebody.
This
Okay,
guy.
like I've
It feels like this guy grew up in an evangelical church, doesn't it?
well, I recognize the voice too clearly as like a stock AI voice to think that they ever grew up at all, which is like a really pedantic but totally accurate
Sure,
criticism
yeah.
of what you're pointing out.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Also,
like
this-
yeah.
This picture here is a bad AI rendition of an actual Renaissance.
Well, it says credit Wikipedia.
Post-Renaissance.
It says credit
Really?
Wikipedia. Are you saying that this
Are
is
you
false? Because
really?
I'm
Not,
100% sure that's what it says. Yes,
that doesn't
That's
look
what it-
right to me. Or have I been drinking too much?
it says okay. That's
okay,
what it
do we
says.
need
I'm
to-
not saying
Do we
it's
need
true,
to check
but that
Wikipedia?
says credit Wikipedia. I'm not saying it
Angels
is a credit to Wikipedia, but it
and
is
human
playing the
women.
correct farcical part if it's farcical.
So it's
Han
I guess so
Totally,
it's
definitely shot second.
this is
We're
Wikipedia.
just insulting
Sorry, I
people.
should probably. Here we go.
I mean, I can't.
Oh my
do it.
god, it actually so you know what I think
Don't
I
fucking-
think
see? This is why I didn't. This is why I didn't go
I
after it.
listen, I think I might be wrong here because I have to
This
stop
is why you got to
sharing
be careful about stuff.
that.
when they
Wow,
say, hey,
in real time. Look at this. This is the
AI
yeah,
AI is better at its job than people give it credit for.
this is it. And I'll be honest, like at a glance, I'm like,
Zoom in.
Yeah,
like
I'm
zoom
going
in
to.
on that
yeah,
top.
oh
yeah.
shit, I didn't mean to zoom in on her ass. But wow. Okay.
Yeah,
It's
and
just
if you
I
cut
feel
over to what
feel
I'm
like
showing,
I feel like it's just a very bad picture. I really
it's
do.
not the best. It is. This is one of the
It's
less
a very
impressive
bad
sculptures.
picture.
Yeah, it's either a bad picture or a bad sculpture. I've never seen the sculpture in person, so I don't know. But
Wow.
it's easy to take a bad picture of an amazing. Also, like when I say bad sculpture, I mean like only like 5 or 6 orders of magnitude beyond anybody I've ever met. Okay, good sculptures are like 8 or 9 orders of magnitude.
angel leader named Samyaza
Yeah.
got horny after seeing people
Horny. There's a lot
So
of.
by the way,
horniness.
that it's sorry. Vadim Redim asked where was it here? There it is. Which statue is it? It's at
Did
the
you close
Lincoln
it?
Memorial in
Oh, that
DC.
explains why it's.
So it's I think it's
Okay.
called When the Angels of God Saw the Daughters of Men. But it's a lovely statue. So
Yeah, but it's
anyways.
not Michelangelo's David, right?
down on earth had been having
That's
a fair
also a
few
lovely
beautiful and
statue.
comely daughters.
Huh?
That is also a lovely statue.
Yeah,
So-
it is.
In total, 200
The hands are a little too big, though.
of the lustful angels descended to earth to take advantage of the women, but they also started eating all the animals and vegetation, and when that ran out, they feasted on the humans. When God
As one does. I mean,
That's
who hasn't
true.
Done that.
Yeah. You know, it's interesting that this is something I don't know. You probably are aware of this, Weasels, but
I'm aware of all of the cannibalistic. Tricks.
multiple. Yes. So you're aware of this, that multiple human cultures have stories about giant humans, or I
You
guess
don't
giants.
say.
They do. They do. One thing that a lot of these cultures have in common is that the giants eat people.
I feel like there's a story about a guy named Jack and like a beanstalk
One and
and some
you
capitalism.
remember what he said, right? The famous thing that the giant in the story of Jack said.
Is
Fee
that
fi
what he
fo
said?
fum. Fee fi fo fum.
Fee, fi, fo, fum.
It works because you're an actual giant. Fee fi fo
I
fum.
am an actual giant. Look at I stand up. You can't even see my head. Like I have to tilt
no.
up. I have to tilt up the
Wait,
thing, and then I
Can
have
you
to, like,
even get the
zoom right
camera
at.
that it looks like your head is actually going to hit the ceiling in your
This is
flat.
a very. I have a vaulted ceiling, which you
because
can
you
tell
need
by looking
because
at
you're an
the.
actual because you are an actual
See?
you are an actual giant.
If you look at the
When
room, you can
all
see I have
those
a vaulted ceiling.
so chat all those reports from California of Sasquatch is just Vandy going to and from work. That's it. That's all it is that.
That's why that's why everybody knows that Sasquatch drives a Honda Civic.
Of the women, but they also started eating all.
This is interesting. Annoying Newsletter says David's statue has intentionally skewed proportions because it was supposed to be displayed on top of a building. Does it? Does it actually have skewed proportions? Now I need to look this up. What are we skewing here? I have to. Sorry.
You don't want me to answer that question.
Statue. I don't think it's what you think it is.
My point was that it doesn't matter what it thinks it is, because I'm going to talk about how Minkowski metrics correspond to a particular type of coordinate transformation in Minkowski space in special relativity, right. And you're already bored.
I heard nothing. Nothing.
I heard
nothing.
Nothing. Animals and vegetation. And when that ran out, they feasted on the humans. When God got wind of this, he was far from impressed at what was pretty much cannibalism. And one take on the tale was that this was one of the reasons God flooded the earth. At the same time, he banished the rebel angels to a kind of hell or abyss called the Tartarus. Now, this next one is just twisted. Number 2, breaking all the rules. You probably all heard of Sodom and Gomorrah, the two cities which set God.
Okay, hold on. I feel like we have to look at this.
I've never heard of those.
Don't we have to look at this? Let me that one.
Do you want me to ask Monday? I can ask Monday.
You could ask Monday, but so this is the statue of David. What is being exaggerated? Oh wait, no, it's not. There we go. Thank you. There it is. What are we exaggerating here? Exactly.
Sorry.
I don't know. Because it's on top of a building, is what I was told.
If you zoom in on the eyes, they're heart-shaped. Also, the hands are too big. Like, look at those hands.
That's it. The hands. Yes, that's true. The hands they're very big. They're very big. That is the head is pretty big too. Actually, now that you mention it, the head is fucking huge. Look at that.
It's not as big as the
holy
hands,
cow.
But okay, yeah, like we're like, we're criticizing Michelangelo.
We're calling balls and strikes here.
Literally, I was gonna say we're calling balls and strikes, but that's not actually applicable to what we're doing. What we're actually doing is like criticizing Michelangelo. Michelangelo might be literally the greatest artist ever.
I've heard. I don't know. I've heard it. I've heard a couple.
If you were to make a list of the top 10, he'd be on it.
Yes,
Am I wrong?
okay. I
Can
think
you
I
be
think that's
on it?
probably right. Yes,
Leonardo
no,
will be
it's
on
true.
it.
It's true. Yes. So,
uh,
but I feel like it's the no, but this is maybe this is right. This is okay. Now I feel like I'm becoming more convinced because to me it looks like the head is gigantic. Am I wrong about that? The head looks
the
fucking
head is
huge.
less obviously problematic than the hands to me.
The hands are huge. Am I wrong?
The head, because the thing about the head is I ignore the hair because hair is flowy and loopy and like looks big.
You
I'm
would know.
basing it off
You
of
would
the face and
know.
the jaw.
Yes, that's
and
very true.
his mouth and his nose are not particularly large. Right? Like he doesn't have a huge mouth. He doesn't have a huge nose.
No. Okay.
What he has is huge cheeks. He has a
Does
huge
any
distance from like his ears to like, and that's more of like a proportion thing.
look at the goddamn neck? Like his neck is like
you gotta
half
roll,
the
you gotta
size.
zoom in. Can you zoom in?
Okay. It's over here. All right. That's apparently as far as I can go.
All right. Well, let me see if I
Look
can.
at that. It's like if you measure the neck from his traps to his ear, that is like more than half of his torso. That feels excessive to me. No, am I wrong about this? Oh God, are you serious? Are you seriously showing me?
What I would literally do? No, what I would do is I only have one model available, and I can't actually do it well.
I need a fuck ton more super chats before the weasel takes his shirt off.
I'm not taking my shirt off. I was showing you the extent of my neck.
You are for the right number of super chats.
I am the literal definition of a neck beard. Okay, look at this. Look at this neck.
Yeah.
Horrible.
Okay. Where's the? I need to see. You're big now.
I'm trying. I'm trying to find it.
Show me the neck beard. I didn't see it.
Well, I'm just saying, like.
Oh yeah. Okay. Sure. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. There it is. Okay.
But like my beard, if I pull it up, it goes up over my eyebrows, right?
Right. Well, are you making a point?
Trust me, the point you want me to make is not the point you want me to make. Zoom in on.
I can't zoom in anymore. That's it. That is as far as it goes.
I'm sharing the image,
what?
And it's better than your image.
Oh, yeah. Okay, fine. I have to take this off. This is okay, right? Oh my God, that is so much fucking better than my image. Yeah. Okay, what are we looking at here?
If we zoom in, this is Michelangelo's David. If we zoom in more on his face, these are and they really are like we're starting to come up against the limits of the resolution of this image. But these are hearts. The pupils in the eyes are hearts. Okay, one that is so noxious and fan fiction-esque. Two, that be how Michelangelo fucking decided to do it. Because like, look at this. We're gonna scroll up. Like,
okay,
these calves are amazing. All of this is amazing. The hands are too big.
A mountain biker here, or a hockey player, one or the other.
We've got like
no question.
The marble has even captured some of like the Venus nature of the things, right?
Yeah, right. Yeah,
and like we've got the huge hands, right? The torso is amazing. We've got the.
Listen,
this is amazing work. This is
I
a major
feel
word
like
for too big.
Look, I have to say it. I
Oh.
just have to say it. I feel like that's a mustache above the pubic area.
I see what you're saying. It definitely looks. And I'm being very careful about how I crop this because I don't know what YouTube's
What is going
AI
on?
is good
I
at.
know. Yeah.
But
This
but
is
like this particular cropping, it's artistic and decorative rather than anatomically correct, which is I feel like what he was trying to do and nailed it everywhere else except for the size of the hands. I don't think the head is too big. I'm looking at this head. I don't think this head is too big. Do you think it is?
So that's the first thing I thought when I saw that was it 100% looked.
Okay, I could be wrong. Yeah, it could be the neck. Like this. There's too much stuff here. Like there shouldn't be this much.
So
light
much.
reflecting off
It's
the screen.
so much. Like, and look at
There's a
the
lot.
size of the look at the size of whatever the fuck that you call this, right? Like it's a half. It's like the size of his
collarbone.
Yeah,
right
yeah,
here.
yeah. Well, or the thing in this thing, what is this thing? This thing here. That, yes. Look at the size of that.
These are tendons and muscles. They're not bones. So I don't know if the name is as available. Because here you have the collarbone.
Those are gigantic. Look how big that is.
But I mean, look.
All right.
Just look at the way.
Dude, I can't even see yours. It just there's nothing there.
What do you mean you can't see mine?
I can't. This is
what?
So
they're not. I mean, they're not that big.
I'm an old man, so you can see mine, right? Like, look. If you see that,
well, yeah, but you're not Michelangelo's David, dude. This guy killed.
Neither are you.
This guy killed Goliath with the fucking sling he's holding in this overly.
Is that what that is? Is that a sling?
I assume so because he doesn't have one here, so he's got the sling, and it's David. Like the whole point of this whole thing is that this is David, and like I've seen this. Have you seen this in person?
No, it's in Italy, I think, isn't it?
It is, which I assume.
I've only been through. I flew into Milan and I got on a train and went to Switzerland.
I would recommend it. This is one of those statues that when I
did you see it? You were there.
Yeah,
wow!
I've seen it. I possibly twice because I've been.
Oh, possibly.
This might be in.
What do you mean? What the fuck do you mean? Possibly twice.
They would have been within 2 years of each other. Within 1 year of each other when I would have been in high school. So I'm old enough that I don't exactly. I've been to Rome twice, but I don't remember for sure if this is in Rome. I assume it is, but I'm not actually sure. So this is a really exemplary example of a statue, in my opinion.
Prixie says it's very impressive in person.
It is. It's very impressive in person. And one of the things about it also is that the nature of the eyes.
Oh my god. Yeah. Okay.
Is as like hearts. They're little hearts. And you can see
this interpretation says Florence.
Oh, okay. It could be in Florence,
yeah, okay.
I also went to Florence. Amazing. Also, like if you can only ever visit two cities in Italy,
Florence and Rome.
Yeah, 100%. I feel like number 3 would probably
those feel like not Venice.
Number 3 would probably be Venice.
Okay, all right.
which
Got it.
is also
I
amazing.
and like I said, I flew into Milan.
But Florence,
And got on a train.
Florence is. I don't remember well enough if Pisa can be like folded into one of those other two.
Okay.
Because it might,
all right, we probably spent enough time on this. So
we're also like 3.5 hours in, 2.5 hours in.
2.5. We're 2.5. Are we done? Is that what you're telling me, Weasels?
No,
I feel like
if you were saying that we were 3, if I was saying that we were 3, I would have said we were.
I
done.
do have to pee
Go pee,
badly.
man. I did that on the down low earlier.
Oh, really? Did you? Holy shit! How did you do that?
I just turned off my mic and my camera and I left.
I'm doing that.
All right.
Okay.
I'm gonna keep talking about David because the thing about David is that it's really frustrating. Like, and I shouldn't be this judgmental, but like it's really frustrating that like given this level of precision about like the face and like the cheek is like maybe a little too big and like the chin and mouth is like a little too small maybe, but we're scrolling down and like look at that belly button. That's an amazing belly button, chat. Okay, like if I could carve a belly button like that, I would be literally going around firebombing all of the 3D printer like companies in the world because that would be absolutely against my bottom line. That's what I'm saying. Okay, so we scroll down, very small. Not gonna lie, not the biggest. Too big. Look at how big this is. Look at how big these hands are. Look at this thumb. This thumb is totally like miss like it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense, but the forearm fucking phenomenal. Like you can look at my forearm. I've got also like 2 veins right there. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Go down. The knees. This
Okay.
Possibly a coral or a something of that sort, but yeah.
What is okay, whatever. Listen, I think you should turn the video back
dodging
on.
genitalia this whole time. Okay?
So, yeah, you have
I'm good
turn the video back on. I'm not an 11-year-old boy at all. Okay.
I'm always.
Anger after he'd seen the wickedness going on in there. You name it, it happened. Murder, corruption, adultery, pride, promiscuity, greed. They had it all in excess.
What the how the fuck did we get on that anyways? What the fuck happened? Never mind. Now what are we talking about? We're talking about
murder and promiscuity.
Yes, and I feel like we're talking about Sodom and Gomorrah, which is also because the chat's going to notice this shit. This is a famous story. Like it's
never heard of it.
Yeah, whatever. It's because you're an astrophysicist.
Wow. Okay, you owe an apology to all astrophysicists because, like, what you just said.
Because you suck at it so bad. Feels like a you problem.
Feels like a you problem, man. I never identified myself.
You probably all heard of Sodom and Gomorrah, the 2 cities which set God into a fit of anger after he'd seen the wickedness going on in there. You name it, it happened.
See, you're blaming the astrophysicist community for setting God into a fit of anger. That's what I'm saying. Okay,
I'm blaming. Never. No. I'm saying I'm just you, dude, and it's just you.
Name one.
I can't help that you're a terrible representative of the astrophysicist community.
That is true, but not in the way that you mean it.
Murder, corruption, adultery, pride, promiscuity, greed, they had it all in excess. To fix this problem, God sent 2 angels down to sort things out. When they arrived on Earth, they ended up at some guy's house. His name...
Some guy. His name
No,
is Lot.
they didn't. No, the guy, he can't even get the fucking story right. They didn't just. I mean, they didn't end up at
square, and he was like, "Are you staying in the square?"
Yeah.
And they were like, "We're staying in the square." And he was
They're
like,
like, "Yes, we're sleeping here in the square." And he said,
he was like,
"No,
that's a bad idea."
It's fucking Jesus." It's yes.
I read the book. Both books. There's 2 books that are involved: the Bible and this motherfuckers. Yeah,
Read
that
book.
That was propaganda.
Yeah.
Way more important to read because you'll probably get to the other one eventually.
Don't read the Bible before you
I
read
mean,
this
also
book.
way more available.
Read
things
the
start
Bible, but only after you've read this book.
To be fair,
maybe
how many
the
people
message is.
have a t-shirt that say, "I fucking love God's propaganda" by Kip Davis?
Nobody has that shirt.
I can think of at least one person that says, "I fucking love the Bible" as a t-shirt that's available. Okay, so
That yes, it's true. Okay,
which means your book is probably strictly worse.
Probably.
I will buy your
Those
book. If you
okay,
make
all right, video because those angels.
That's because when those angels were in Lot's house, an angry mob formed outside and demanded to know who the 2 strangers were. It seems they also wanted to have sex with the strangers. We have no
It seems they were pretty explicit about their desires.
idea what happened to Lot's moral compass right then, but to get the mob to calm down, he offered them his daughters to do with as they pleased.
No, we actually do know what happened to Lot's moral. He had a different moral compass than you did, motherfucker.
Yeah, nothing happened to it.
So,
it just was already that way.
It just was that way. And if you read the book, you will learn that this is a story that's not about kinky sex as much as
it's
we want
not.
it to be. It's not. So the Middle Assyrian Law Code mandates that for a man who commits, I believe it's treason. I don't have time to look it up. A man who commits treason, the punishment is to be I'm trying to say this in YouTube terms. It's
not always possible when you're talking about the story about Lot and his daughters.
Probably not, but there's a lot of guys involved, and only guys.
It's chapter 19.
There you go. Yes,
I don't know
in the Bible.
There we go. In the Bible is chapter 19.
Chapter 19 of the Bible
of Genesis. Of Genesis.
Yeah.
This is the NIV, which is
fine.
Not the worst option available.
No, it's not. It's not the worst option available. But it's so. Yeah, it's that. So it's that. Prixie Purple is telling you, yes, thank you, Prixie Purple. It's that. That is what happened in the Middle Assyrian Law Code. If you commit treason, all the guys gather in the city square, and this thing happens.
It's verse 8. Look, I have 2 daughters who have never slept with a man. Let me bring them out to you, and you can do what you like to them, but don't do anything to these men, for they have come under the protection of my roof. And this is exactly one of the main points that Kit makes in his book, is the emphasis on the role of hospitality laws over basically almost like all other sort of
everything. It's so
everything
important.
Like the laws of hospitality, those are the end all be all of everything else.
You look after your house guests before you do anything else. Everything else is expendable.
Yeah.
Aside from ahead of the safety of your house guests or the comfort of your house guests. It is just that important. So yeah, it's
that was when I was talking about my mom, talking about this book with my mom. I was like, because my mom is a I don't want to say conservative because politics nowadays, the term has
Okay,
changed.
sure,
Um,
yeah.
my,
All right.
my mom is a Christian woman who is like the God of the Bible doesn't approve of homosexuality, but I don't care. Like she, that kind of
Nice.
person. And
Yeah.
I'm like, Mom, I have some friends who wrote some books, and the way you interpret some of these stories, and we went through it, and I was like, listen, I am not the person that you should be relying on for an authoritative rendering of this subject, but I literally know, and this guy literally wrote the book on somebody who is the authoritative source on what these texts mean. Like, because she was, we went over specifically the story of one of the stories in Judges of I think it was in Judges.
Oh, the terrible story about the Levite and his concubine. Is that the
It
one?
wasn't that one. It was
Oh.
it was the lead up to that one, because there was the story where the Israelites fought against this group, and the Israelites were insufficiently loyal, and they lost hardcore, and you wrote it out and discuss how, so it's very much on the same topic, but it was the Israelites were not nice enough, and
Yeah.
God allowed their enemies to defeat them, and then the Israelites fought back, and I think that's when you get into some of the horrific stories of Jephthah and stuff, I think.
Yeah, no, that's true.
And but it was funny because she was like, I don't remember that. And my mom's done a lot of Bible study. So I was like,
Okay. All right.
I assume that Dr. Kip is going to be able to address this in the text that I have in my hands. And you did. You totally did. Because when I went through and I was like, okay, so the start of the chapter is on this subject. Because I went back to the start of the chapter because I know how to, do an argument. And we went through.
You went to grad school.
Indeed. And I went through, and I don't remember all of the logic now, but I remember getting to the specific point where I'm like, and Mom, by the way, you have to remember, this guy translates all of these passages himself. He knows the source material. He has seen with his own eyes. He has seen whatever source material, like ink on paper, papyrus, parchment, whatever.
Parchment.
He has seen it
Mostly
with his own eyes.
Yeah.
Okay. If it exists, he has seen it. And she was like, okay, yeah, I accept that. And we went through, and it was funny because I watched her kind of do the pause where she's reading the text, and she's reading it out of her NIV. She actually has a really awesome study Bible where it has 4 different translations. It has, on each page it has 2 columns, and on each thing it has so it has one column of one translation and then another, and then on the opposite face it has 2 other translations. So she has
an interlinear. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So she's able to look at a story with 4 translations at once. My mom, yeah, she really tries to look at it, with an accurate, holistic view. And I was
Sounds like she's a truth seeker.
I agree. And that is sometimes uncomfortable for her.
This guy's pretty good too. The bow tie Bible guy. I don't know if you've heard of him, but
I feel like I have.
he publishes under the name Dr. Joshua Bowen. So,
Oh God, have I heard of that guy?
that guy. All right, we
Yeah,
are
yeah.
only a couple minutes out from finishing this. I feel like we need to finish this video.
In Genesis 19, 4-9, it says, Lot said, Look, I have 2 daughters who have not known a man. Let me bring them out to you, and do to them as you please. Only do nothing to these men, for they have come under the shelter of my roof. The crowd wasn't impressed, and instead of taking Lot up on his offer of a couple of virgins, they tried to break down the door. That's when the angels blinded them all. It gets worse.
And like the fact that they didn't appreciate this like opening of guest right is like one of the harsher things against them in the story, I feel like.
The angels told Lot that he should tell them that if he had any more family, because they were going to burn the place to the ground, and with all the blind people in it. And then the Bible says, Then the Lord rained on Sodom and Gomorrah sulfur and fire from the Lord out of heaven, and he overthrew those cities, and all the plain, and all the inhabitants of the cities, and what grew on the ground.
Because they violated guest right.
Trouble was when Lot and his wife were making their escape.
Right?
Yeah,
his wife
got it.
They violated guest right, and they did so without like multicolored exotic tortoiseshell glasses, right? Which, you know, that's why I don't have a contract with you know, Bart Ehrman, because I don't have exotic tortoiseshell glasses.
Behind to get one last look at this place, she,
unlike the amazing Megan,
was subsequently turned into a pillar of salt. As if things couldn't get any more messed up, after Lot took his 2 daughters up to a cave in the hills, the girls got blind drunk and started trying to get their dad to drink. They had a wicked plan, which was to get him so drunk he'd sleep with them. The next,
I mean, I feel like that was just a plan looking out for their own self-interest.
Well, I mean that was the plan, right? But it's still bad. I mean, according to the Bible, you shouldn't.
Well, okay,
do that.
You're right. It is still
conventional.
Looking out for your own self-interest does not make something okay. Otherwise, capitalism would be. Yeah,
it's true. I think noise ending. It feels like the bow guy Bible beard is maybe a better a better moniker now. That's true.
I just want to say that.
What the fuck are you doing?
Look,
you've bought a lot of the bow guy Bible beard's books. Holy shit! Look at that. You've got the whole. Almost the whole suite. You didn't get How to Pray in
I don't have
Ancient
all
Language.
of them.
Okay,
No,
but that's most of
so
them.
the top one is no longer available because this is version 1.
But look how much bigger version 2 is than version 1.
Exactly. This is version 2. And
right?
It's like look at this. This is amazing.
It's gigantic.
It's crazy.
Updated and expanded quite a bit.
Because his goal with this, I think he realized after version 1 came out, he was like, well, I guess I'm gonna do it myself, and decided to come out with the authoritative text that exists on the topic. And these of course are the atheist Old Testament. So
hey, would you say version 2 got embiggened?
It got it.
Yeah. It looks pretty fucking big, doesn't it?
Let's look at it. Like,
yeah.
The way it's
It really does. It's
right?
very.
Like,
It's very.
It's not a question.
It's very impressive if you are impressed by size. That's,
I gotta say, so like if you look at the spacing on here, this is like 1.5 spacing. If you look at the spacing on the other version, also
it's the same
1.5, maybe even a little larger. I feel like I'm not sure.
The Bowens are terrible at formatting their books, but
I will say making bigger spacing, I'm totally down with that because it gives you more room for notes. It gives you more room
sure,
notes.
that's fair. Okay, fine. It just, I don't know. It's I worked so fucking hard on that dissertation that when it came time to publication, I was like, give me my single line spacing. God damn you.
Oh.
So All right.
Yeah, well, I guess
people-
I'm an asshole because this is my dissertation and it has
Oh yeah,
double
let's.
spacing.
Oh please, let's look at that.
Oh,
Sorry,
absolutely.
no, I have to see it. It's got.
So we got
I mean,
like look
yeah,
at that.
my dissertation is double spaced as well, but
At
yeah,
least mine is on two sides. Like,
it is.
a lot of the
It is.
dissertations that I saw
That's true.
were
Mine is.
single-sided.
I was not allowed to double side my pages. The rules were very strict. Yeah, no, they were very strict. They said no, you can't do that.
It's like, for me, like most of it was like figuring out like, you know, all the math and all that.
Look at all the math that I can totally figure out on my own. Anyways, we're moving on. Press play.
Next day, the eldest child whispered to the younger child, I lay last night with my father. Let us make him drink wine tonight also. Then you go in and lie with him, so that we may preserve offspring through our father. Lot might have been thinking, what am I doing? But he took the booze and he also slept with his other daughter. They both got knocked up and each of them had a boy.
He was probably thinking, oh, hey, who's this kind of hot girl who's
probably
wearing, like,
was thinking that
over her
yes.
face?
What
Like,
a
if
young
you were
woman
trying to like
was
sleep with your dad, you'd probably wear something over your face, right?
or just get him super fucking drunk. Like,
I mean, that too, but Porcano does.
Named Moab and one named Ben Ami. Okay, so that's not exactly scary, but it's also not the kind of thing you.
It's kind of scary. Okay, I gotta say,
what are we doing now?
Yo, you definitely impregnated one of your daughters. I'd be like, that feels problematic for my future.
Annoying Newsletters wants to know if you have a copy of Brian May's dissertation.
No.
Okay.
I don't know who Brian May is.
In school plays. Now for the zombies. Number 1, Army of the Dead.
This is number 1. Is Army of the Dead from Ezekiel 3. Interesting. Well, that's interesting. Okay.
7, 1 through 10. Guided by the Lord's good hands, the prophet Ezekiel was taken to
37, not 3.
30. Sorry. Yes. Yes.
A relatively quiet valley, and everywhere were scattered bones. When Ezekiel saw the massive pile of bones, God said to him, Son of man, can these bones live?
Back that up. What the fuck is wrong with God? Do you see God's face?
Well, that's a big topic, my guy.
Look at this. What is this?
Going.
What is that?
I'm going frame by frame.
What the fuck is that? It's like a
what is happening here?
This is what people see whenever they see Dr. Bowtie Beard on the screen, right?
He said it,
I feel like
please don't forbid me from coming out of the show, Dr. Josh.
So this is just a cosmic beard. I don't know what this is. So
that there feels like a lot of like on face infection things going on here. And this is like crusty. Yeah.
The massive pile of bones, God said to him, Son of man, can these bones live? Ezekiel said something to the effect of
Ezekiel's a fucking bam.
You tell me.
No, you're the Lord, tell me.
Yeah, fucking hell yes. All right,
Yeah.
Ezekiel. Absolute legend.
God shouted, Dry bones, hear the word of the Lord. I will make breath
Dry bones. That's a Mario character.
enter you, and you will come to life. I will attach tendons to you and make flesh come upon you and cover you with skin. I will put breath in you, and you will come to life. And by God, did those bones start rattling. Suddenly, Ezekiel watched them picking themselves up off the floor. Flesh and tendons did appear to be surrounding the bones, but they still weren't breathing. God then said to Ezekiel, say this to the bones. This is what the sovereign Lord says. Come, breathe from the four winds and breathe into these slain, that they may live. One by one, they
Okay, so listen. You know how we were talking about how maybe somebody was the Cersei Lannister of,
sure.
the story?
Yes. Okay.
Like, I feel like we're talking about the Night King and how the others do their magic, right?
Yes.
Right? Like, Cersei Lannister, way too far south, but this is some hard home like shit that's going on right here.
That is. Yeah, 100%.
I'm like, oh man,
Yahweh is the Night King.
Yahweh is the Night King,
Hebrew
and the
Bible.
Sen are like, we worship you unless you let us through the 900-foot ice wall.
Yeah. You
Look at
got
their
it.
feet. A vast army of God's zombies, according to the Bible. Respectable zombies, not the riffraff you always get nowadays.
That's,
right.
I mean, that's
true.
why Arya was able to end it all in oh god, that is the worst season of television that was ever produced.
The
The eighth
sixth
season, Game of
or the
Thrones.
seventh or eighth season.
Eighth-
I don't.
eighth was the one.
God, I don't even
You know how many
remember.
episodes the eighth season had?
How many? 6. So wait a
6.
minute. I thought
Not 8, not 10 like the rest of the seasons.
Yeah,
If they
right.
had done
Yes.
6,
Yes.
I'd be like, that's a terrible, terrible, unforgivable choice. But like, okay, but 6, they did it in 6.
You know what the best part? I know it's very bad. It's all very bad, but you know what the best part of season 8 is? No. Listen.
Stabby.
That was pretty good. But the best part.
When John was stabbed.
8.
Go on.
Wait, what? What did John do? I totally forgot.
I forgot everything. He stabbed her while they were like kissing.
Yeah. That sucked. Dude, that sucked. That was fucking terrible.
It was terrible because of the setup. Thematically, it worked.
No,
overall, the problem is they didn't justify anything that happened that season. Thematically, they justified nothing.
Okay.
Nothing in that season was justified.
Listen, the best thing about season 8 was Raman Giovanni's. I think I'm probably saying it wrong. It was the score for the Night King episode.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, something
the
like
music
that. Absolutely,
for the Night King. It's so goddamn good.
Yes,
I actually used it in a video that got completely got demonetized because of it, but it was so worth it.
They nailed a lot of the technical aspects of it. The problem was not the technical execution.
No, that's true.
The problem wasn't even the content that they put in the scenes that they released. The problem was that they rushed everything.
Yeah.
They could have had every single scene that they released. They could have had that be released. And if they put the foundation for it, it would have worked.
Stephen
G. Even when Jaime Lannister was like, "Lol, never mind. I actually am still evil, and I'm gonna go back and like save Cersei," instead of being like,
Jesus Christ,
like you, Brienne are like the nail in the coffin of my old immoral like approach to life. That was the worst thing, in my opinion. Like structurally, that was like the most unacceptable thing that could have worked if they had given it some fucking screen time to happen. But they didn't. They just completely. It was awful.
Yeah, they did. They did. But I have to say this: Stephen G. Clenard, the last season of Game of Thrones aired. Was it before the pandemic? It was during the pandemic.
Yes, it was. It was absolutely before, because it aired in my last year of college, and my last year of college was 2 years. My last year of college was 4 years before the pandemic.
No, it wasn't that far. It wasn't that long ago. But seriously, it was more than 5 years ago. It was more than 6 years ago, dude. Listen, if you haven't seen it by now, like, too fucking bad. Seriously.
Because the thing is, the first few seasons of that show are some of the best television of all time. I
Yeah.
think.
Yes, no question.
And
question.
I'm just like, you guys. And I can only think that they thought that they were going to go and produce Star Wars. Because that was the plan.
Oh, God.
And everybody involved with the decision is like, no, that had nothing to do with it. Like the way the reaction to like the final season had nothing to do with our change in choice. And it's like, yeah, but like, did you have like, that had something to do with it?
Sorry. Redim is begging me not to spoiler the ending of the Gospels because he isn't ready. Listen,
all right, so
it's good. It's good because no, shut up. Because my doctor father told me not to read the New Testament, so I haven't gotten there either. So we're all good. I have no idea what happened. So okay. So I think
never learned to read.
No, obviously, I think we're done. So, do you, we've been doing this for over 3 hours now, somehow.
Champion.
Yeah, in a manner of speaking, I suppose. Do you do anything? Do you have anything that people should
I have a show that's called BSS.
But you don't really, I mean, it's not your show.
I am a co-host on a show called BSS.
This show is called BSS.
I am a co-host on a better show called BSS.
Okay, that's true. That's true. That's true. There's a better show. There's a much better show than this.
We're gonna be talking about some evolution, and it's actually kind of nerve-wracking for me because my understanding from what Maya has poorly communicated to me, because I'm a bad listener, is that I have to be the person who like knows about evolution tomorrow, and we're covering there's some bad stuff. It's not all just evolution. There's some like Dr. Jackson's type not understanding how star formation works. It's gonna be good.
Yeah, but I mean, honestly though, how much do you actually need to know? Like, it feels like the bar is just incredible.
It depends on what your criteria is. Like, if your criteria is like you need to know enough to not get yelled at by Maya, then like a fair amount.
Okay, all right, fine.
Right? Exactly. Yeah.
So,
but if your
it's
bar
hard.
is like
It's
you need
hard
to know
because
enough to like be better than the people we cover, then the bar. I mean, that bar is subterranean.
No, it's like non-existent. It's super hard. I mean, because Maya's fucking smart. So
Maya's smart, just, like has like standards, and like I do terribly with standards.
Fair. All right. So who's on your show tomorrow? Do you even know?
I do know. Jess. Jess is on our show.
Yes.
Tomorrow.
How to roll an asteroid.
It's gonna
Jess,
be awesome.
She's Canadian. Did you know that? Jess from How to Roll an Asteroid.
Am I gonna have to be like sensitive about the fact that we beat their ass in hockey recently?
No, because she's gonna tell you what I told you, that it doesn't fucking matter anymore because your boys went to the White House and the State of the Union and palled around with the fucking orange fascist tyrant.
Yeah, that's not how causality works, my friend. I'm sorry. You lost.
I know, dude. Look, we have a super chat. You know what? Oh, god damn. I've always wanted. I could do this. I could just do this. I could just do that. I finally figured out how to fucking do that. Annoying Newsletters for $2 says, But oh, wait a minute. Now it feels like I need you back because annoying newsletters.
That's just mean. I thought you were going to finish reading the super chat before you brought me back on. How rude are you? No, there won't be magnets. Not if I have anything to do with it. Which I don't. Nobody gives me creative control in any of these shows. Okay? You know who gets more creative control than me? Monday.
Everyone
gets more creative control than me. And everybody's okay with that.
Okay, yeah. So everyone needs to tune in tomorrow night at. Oh shit! We didn't even have we figured out what time the show is tomorrow night.
No idea, because there's one person who has the power to answer that question, and if she feels like trolling us, I'm fucked, right? Like I'm fucked because
all right,
all of that decision-making power goes to Maya, because she's like, oh, hey, the normal like schedule reason for having the show at 5:30 Pacific time tomorrow no longer applies. However, what about fuck Vandy though, right? And like that's a totally fair perspective.
I'm closing my eyes really tight, and I'm going out on a limb here to say that the show is at 9:30 Eastern and 6:30 Pacific.
Here's the answer. The show is at what would have been 9:30 Eastern when Maya may or may not have
lived on the East Coast
position
in the yes
that qualified that.
It's true. Yes.
Qualification on that is very unintuitive, and I don't understand it at all. And so she's going to do whatever is the most like natural evolution of that. But the problem is that because of how America works,
oh look,
everything's fucked.
That's true.
My fault because I'm the weasel.
Wow, you are a weasel. So, anyways, I think it's at 9:30 Pacific. Sorry, Eastern, 6:30 Pacific.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you. There she is. There we go. 9:30 Eastern, 6:30 Pacific.
EDT. Here's the problem. She might be fucking with us because, like, what if tomorrow normal standard time? She could. I wouldn't put it past her.
I don't know. I feel maybe, but I don't. I feel people should tune in to watch more of the
only if you want more of this.
Yeah, but definitely tune in to watch Maya and Jess, because they're awesome.
Yeah, it's
and right. So okay, so that's happening tomorrow. And then over the course of the remainder of this week, it's so the usual from me.
I had a question.
I read Hebrew at 5:00 Pacific, 8:00 Eastern. Oh shit!
I had a question.
I think that's still now that I'm in a new time. Now that I'm in a new time dilation, I'm not sure. But I feel like it's probably right that it's still 8:00 Eastern, 5:00 Pacific on Thursday that I read Hebrew, and yeah, I mean it Eastern Daylight. Okay, I accept I accept the criticism. I seriously, do you see this wine glass? It is and I drank a whole one of I drank a whole one of these too before we got to this point. So look, I agree that my province has fucked us all, but I was told by my provincial government that the reason, so apparently this is a decision that was made 6 years ago, and the provincial government of British Columbia was waiting for the rest of the Pacific coast of the United States to make the decision so that we could all make this change together. And California
To be
and
fair,
Oregon and Washington.
That's only that
What?
it's 4 states, right?
California, Washington, Oregon. What am I
Alaska,
missing?
Technically Alaska.
Are they in the Pacific time zone? Do they
You
have their own-
wouldn't like you could ignore them and have them be their own thing, and it would totally
I
be
feel
fine.
like
You're
we
right.
can ignore
You're absolutely
we can
right.
ignore we can ignore Alaska. But they were waiting
Yeah.
for the Pacific
But
states
then,
to
yeah,
make the
then you
change,
need
and
Oregon, Washington, and California. Yeah.
they were gonna do it all together like a happy family. 6 years ago. And the Pacific states said, "Oh, we have to check with Congress," and Congress
No.
never got back to them.
Don't
So
check if Congress. In principle, I don't mind checking with Congress. I've seen how democracy works. It's not
Jillian
pretty.
says Alaska is a different time zone, which makes sense because it's fucking way the fuck out there west. It's far west of us.
But I thought you were talking about like states though that were on the West Coast.
Yeah,
and there
yeah.
are 4. There are 3 exceptionally obvious ones. Then there's also Alaska, and then there is, if you want to be an asshole, also Hawaii. But like, you got to be an asshole to like think it's Hawaii is its own thing. So
Jillian is speaking on behalf of all the Washingtonians who does not want permanent. I gotta say, I'm not. I don't know if I'm that thrilled about this. I'm happy about the fact that I don't have to change my clock anymore. But then I don't know how I feel about being permanently hitched to daylight savings time. I don't know if that.
I honestly, I don't care. I would rather somebody make a decision and stick with it, because we will adapt to whatever decision is made.
So this looks like I mean, this seems right to me. The House passed. Maya says the House passed the bill to keep standard time, but the Senate wanted to keep daylight time. So,
oh my God! Why?
As usual, in the U.S., nothing got passed. Too many checks and balances.
No, that's
apparently switch to UTC is a better. Yeah, okay. Anyways, so all that to say that I will be back with Hebrew readings on Thursday evening at sometime. And then on
what did
Friday.
I do? I don't know why you're yelling at me. I'm just kidding.
I'm okay. And I'll be back on Friday with Vish to do something else in the afternoon on Friday. But until then, I've had a lot to drink. This has been fun. Thanks for coming out. And until next time, I'm finding an outro here. One of these days, I'm going to do this seamlessly. And what the fuck, dude? I don't know. Okay, I'm just doing this one. All right. Be good, stay safe, and until next time.
Hatikva.
Hatikva.